Hey guys, what's up? Hey guys, what? Hey guys, what's up? Make sure you guys have. Make sure you guys have those bells on. Have the bell notification on, guys, so you know when I go live. And also, I am streaming on this other channel. Um, for the meantime, at least for now, I'm gonna be streaming on this channel. I'm kind of being careful with streaming on the other channel, my main channel. This is not even. This is kind of just an extra channel, like a silly. This is just a random channel, honestly, that I have. I'm just streaming on. Um, but yeah, I'm kind of being careful with streaming on the main channel. I don't want to get like struck on the main channel, so I'm kind of being careful with streaming on there. I'm kind of taking a break from. Might take a break from streaming on there for a while. It's mostly focusing on uploading and shorts and some shorts and like mix of shorts and like longer videos. That's what I'm mainly focusing on with the main channel.
Sadly, windshield.
What am I doing? Ugh. Oh shoot. Oh, we'll be right back. I'll be right back, guys. Hey guys, wait, I'm back. All right, I'm back. Like I was saying, guys, I'm currently streaming on this channel for now, at least at least momentarily. I'm streaming on this channel because the other channel, the main channel, or the main channel I use, got a strike on there, so I can't even stream right now. I'm kind of being careful with streaming on there right now. I'm kind of maybe taking a break from streaming on there as far as like streaming goes, but I'll be doing videos and shorts on the main channel. But just the live streaming is just I have to be careful with that. I don't want to get another strike, so I'm kind of being taking like a break from that probably, or not streaming as frequently. Just, I don't know. Kind of have to be careful. I really don't want my channel to get like struck with be too much. Basically, a lot of I mean, if
You're random.
How
How you doing?
I'm okay. They're good.
Okay. Yeah. So I had a follow-up doctor's appointment, and the lady there, she said if the way it got hot, it could still have numbness in one part of my hand for a while.
Oh,
Because I think it severed a nerve.
oh, that sucks, man.
Yeah, I mean
Sounds
it's slowly getting a bit better.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. Gonna get the stitches out in about a week.
That's good.
Lord. Sorry. There's no farting in the library, by the way.
The sound's glitching
To
again.
amuse me, little boy.
No, I
Oh,
just...
no.
Was that you?
No, that was you.
Oh, it was?
Alright, better.
Whoa. Was that you?
You're the one with the little whoopee cushion walking around here. I'm trying to work.
I thought that was you. Was that you?
No.
Shoot.
Are you alright?
I'm fine. You just scared me.
I didn't do anything, honestly.
Oh.
Oh, jeez.
Whoa, why did you do that?
Why did I do what?
Oh, I thought you farted. Was that you?
No.
Who did that? Do you think it was one of those guys? Whoa. Sorry, excuse me. Is that you? Is that you? Not good. If I were you, I'd all evacuate. Yikes.
Yeah.
Did you do that? I could have sworn it was you. Oh, excuse you. Is that you?
It wasn't me, that was you. That was either you or the table that you were sitting on.
Maybe, I don't know. Oh gosh, that was definitely a person. Whoa.
That wasn't me, that was
Whoa. Yeah, there's no farting on.
This.
I was trying to see if I could pay, like, I want to get the salad, but I don't want to pay $4.50.
Okay.
So I was.
What do you mean?
Well, I was trying to offer her $25 instead.
$25 instead of $4.50.
Yeah.
You're saying you want to give us $25 for a salad?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Well, it looks good. I was just trying to get a good deal for me.
That's not a good deal though. If you're paying $25, we only charge $4.50 or $4.95.
Right, but I know like prices are like negotiable usually, so I was trying to.
I don't feel comfortable charging you $25 for.
Well, I mean, it's my money.
I mean, we can charge you regular price and we can put the rest in the tip jar if you'd like.
Well, I really wanted to pay $25 for the salad.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that if you like.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Would $15 sound better?
I think I'll get an A. Oh, sorry. Of the.
Hi.
Oh, hey.
That's my seat.
Oh, yeah. That was the nursing notes.
Yeah, those are amazing notes.
Yeah, I didn't get to class on time, so I forgot to take the notes.
Shoot. Oops, sorry.
Oh, yeah. I just forgot to grab the notes. So I was going to snag the notes from you. I forgot to snag
I
those
don't think
notes.
we're in the same class.
Why?
Are you looking for Claire Elise?
No, I'm looking for Annabelle Saez.
No, I'm Elizabeth.
Turn the everyday.
Oh, kitty.
Ma'am, I made an ice cream cone for you. Oh, okay.
Man, I should have brought my lunch over here. It was like, ow!
Oh, dear.
Would you like some chips, guys?
Sorry, I'm gonna keep back up.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Did you want some toast? I just made some. I also have peanut butter in my backpack.
No, I'm good, thank you.
You sure? Okay.
Oh, sorry. I'm 25, by the way.
Are you 25?
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
Banana?
No, thank you.
I'm making fajitas. Do you want some?
Oh, I'm okay.
Okay. Oh, you have a chip.
What are you doing?
Oh, there was a chip on your shoulder.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Tell you the truth.
Wait, is he just going into the back seat to smoke?
No, I think so, yeah. Yeah, sorry, because up there.
Oh no, I see.
Alright, you do now. He must be really good.
Wow, that was quick.
I don't know if there's a veteran near you. Who not? Probably not. If there is. What? A veteran.
What do you want to do?
What do you mean, what do you want to do?
I'm here. Hello?
Who's this?
Frank Garrett.
Maybe you dialed the wrong number, sir.
You're talking to your dad. Frank Garrett.
I don't know whom you're talking about, sir.
Who's this?
This is Robbie. Who's this?
Who the fuck is this?
I don't know.
That should be the real man in town. Playing slot machine.
All right, how can I help you, Mark?
Who is this?
My name is Amber. You've called the Mill Casino. How can I help you?
You called me. Why are you calling me and you didn't call me, Nan?
I did not call you. You
I
called
called
us.
you.
If you'd like me to transfer you somewhere or if you'd like me to make a reservation for you, I'd be happy to. Otherwise,
All right.
I need to disconnect this call again.
Where are you?
I am at the Mill Casino.
Did I call you?
Yes, you called me.
We should watch more SML. Those are good.
Yeah, okay.
Gosh.
Where do babies even come from?
I don't know. Trees?
Yeah. Well, no, probably not because my dad says babies don't grow on trees.
Well, that's money, Junior. And it doesn't even matter where babies come from because I have a machine that can make babies.
What?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I made a machine that makes babies. No, because his DNA got burned off when he was in space exploring the universe.
What? Do you even hear yourself?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Well, he doesn't have any DNA, so I'm gonna need DNA from somebody else.
You're not gonna get my DNA, dude. I don't even like you.
Well, I guess I'll do it for you, Cody, since you're my best bud.
Well, actually, I was thinking we'd use Chef Pee-Pee's DNA.
Why? Why Chef Pee-Pee?
Well, I mean, let's be honest, Chef Pee-Pee's pretty gorgeous, so my DNA combined with his, we would make a rockin' baby.
Wait. Don't you think you should ask Chef Pee-Pee if he wants to have a baby?
No, because he's gonna say no, and we're gonna do it anyway.
Yeah.
Cody, that's an amazing idea. You and Chef Pee-Pee would make a gorgeous baby. It's like meant to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gorgeous. So,
I'm just gonna need one of his hairs.
One of his hairs?
Yeah, for his DNA.
I can get his hair. He gives me his hair all the time.
Really?
Yeah, it always falls in the food, and I'm like, Chef Pee-Pee, your cooking sucks, and he cries.
Ew.
Yeah, so I'll go get another hair. I was gonna make me a sandwich.
Okay, cool, thanks. One lightning bolt. There you go. That took 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
10 minutes just for that. Hope you're happy.
Okay, so we get to see the baby?
Yeah, let's open this up, but shield your eyes. It's gonna be a really bright flash of light. It's gonna look cool as My God, he's gorgeous!
What the dude? Oh, I'm out of here.
Joseph, it's the miracle of childbirth!
That's okay.
How does he have a mustache?
I'm gonna name him Chaz. Can you say that, little guy? Chaz?
Yeah.
His first word.
Oh my God, Chaz is so cool. Oh, Cody, I want a baby.
Well, you know how the machine works, Junior?
Hand me that sandwich.
It's okay, Chaz. Shh.
Oh, so what do? I just open the door?
Yeah, but remember to shield your eyes.
Okay.
Mamma mia!
Huh? Oh my God, he's gorgeous!
It's okay, Chaz. It's just a happy.
Oh my God.
What are you gonna name him, Junior?
I'm gonna name him Junior Junior.
Junior? That's a stupid name.
No, my name's Junior, so I'm Junior Senior. He's Junior Junior.
Well, that doesn't make any sense, Junior.
It's better than Chaz.
No, Chaz is a great name. Yeah, that's right. You tell him, Chaz.
Do you think I should go get Chef Pee-Pee so he can see the kids?
Yeah, they should probably meet their biological father.
Okay, I'll go get Chef Pee-Pee. I'll be right back, Junior Junior.
All right, what do you want, Junior? I'm very busy.
Say hello to your children, Chef Pee-Pee.
Your puppy.
What the is going on?
These are your kids, Chef Pee-Pee, and don't cuss in front of them.
Yeah, Chef Pee-Pee, we don't want him growing up with potty mouths.
What the is going on?
These are your kids. This is Junior Junior.
And this is Chaz.
Wait. I don't have children, Junior. What the hell happened here? Please tell me what is going on.
Well, you do have kids. We made them in this baby machine.
Junior, it's a baby machine.
Oh, yeah, it's a baby machine. Baby machine. A baby machine.
What the hell are you talking about, Junior?
Well, we used the hair that was in the sandwich, and we put it in there, and then we mixed it with our DNA, and we made babies.
Yeah.
That's how babies are made.
Wait, what? I didn't even consent to this. No. These are not my children, Junior.
They're not your kids, and you want a DNA test?
Yes, I want a damn DNA test. I would love to see a DNA test.
All right, so the test came back, and you are the father.
I told you! I knew it! No way! I got the me! No way! Don't! You smell with else! No way! No!
All right. I mean, you are the father. I mean, there's no denying it. I mean, they have your head.
There's no way. It's impossible.
They have your head. They have your eyes. They have your nose. They have your mustache.
How do you have a mustache?
All right. Stop the arguing. I mean, there's no denying it. You are the father of these kids.
Look, I did not make these kids. I'm telling you.
Yeah, see, I was wondering about that because you had 2 kids from minors, so that's got to be illegal, right?
I did not do anything. Look, they were made in this stupid machine. This toaster oven.
Baby machine.
Baby machine.
Look, I'm going to act like I didn't even see these little brats and they don't even exist in my world.
But you can't be a deadbeat father, Chef Pee-Pee.
They need a father figure, baby.
Yeah. What are we gonna do, Cody?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he just needs time, you know?
Well, you have Ken as the stepfather, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, I do, but the stepfather's never the same.
Yeah, we need Chef
He's your
Pee-Pee.
father, Chaz.
We need Chef Pee-Pee to take responsibility for these kids.
Yeah, maybe he just needs time. you
Yeah, he
know?
just needs some time. Yeah, having 2 kids in a toaster oven is hard to swallow.
Yeah, it's true.
So just give him a little bit of time. Hey, Chef Pee-Pee.
What do you want, Junior?
Are you coming to Junior's piano recital tonight?
You know I can't make it. I have to work today.
You know you haven't
What is
been
he
to
making?
one
That's
recital.
disgusting.
Look, I told you that I have to work today. Look, I pay for the damn recitals anyway. Can't you just act like I'm there and just buy the DVDs?
DVD's not the same, Chef Pee-Pee.
Look, he's not gonna remember anyway.
What horse? He remember? He already knows you're not there. He's always asking where his father is.
Look, I didn't even want the damn child anyway.
Oh, well, you know what? You better show your ass up at that recital.
Oh my God, I can't stand this.
Pee-Pee.
What do you want, Cody?
Our son is going on a field trip and he needs $10.
Wait, $10?
Yeah, for a sack lunch.
Wait, what is he gonna eat for the sack lunch? He gonna eat something from here.
Oh, really? Doritos and Frosted Flakes didn't have that last week. If you talk to him more often, you know he doesn't even like that.
Well, look, all I have is $20, okay?
That'll do. $10 for the sack lunch and $10 for the back child support.
I can't stand this. God! Chef Pee-Pee! Chef Pee-Pee! What is it, Bowser? Oh, I noticed you've been stressed lately, and you've been cooking a lot of Frosted Flake Doritos. And you know I don't like that. So tell me what's going on. What's wrong in Chef Pee-Pee's world? Look, I have to pay child support for 2 kids that I didn't even know I had.
That's not even edible.
Or even made. Whoa, I didn't know you were a dad. Who's the mom? Well, your son is one of them, and your son's friend. Ew, that's gay. Homo in the building, homo alert.
That's messed up.
Look, I didn't want this, Bowser, and aren't you mad that your child had my child? Well, not really. I'm kind of happy. I'm a granddad now. Now, where's the little rascal at? I think he's with your son. I don't know. Go ask Junior.
All right, kids. Today we're gonna learn our vowels. It's A, E, I, O, and U, and sometimes Y.
Junior, that's a Q.
No, that's a Y.
Not that, Junior. In the vowels, there's a Q.
That's an O.
Not in the word vowels.
Junior, what are you doing?
Teaching my son vowels. Isn't that right, Junior? You haven't met your grandson yet.
No, I haven't.
Dad, this is your grandson, Junior.
Grandpappy.
Wow, that is up.
What? Dad, don't say that in front of your grandson.
Well, I never thought I would have an ugly grandson, but damn.
He's not ugly. He looks just like Chef Pee-Pee. He looks just like his dad, who doesn't pay child support. Dad, it's really hard being a single mother.
Well, I wouldn't understand how to be a single mother, but you have fun being that.
All right, from the top. A, E, I, Q, U, Y.
Junior, that...
A, E, I, O, Q, Y.
Junior, you confused them.
Okay, we can do this.
Yeah.
Chef Pee-Pee!
Yo, Erica.
Yeah,
You're kind
I can't hold my phone up when I vape.
I was wondering if everything's okay, man. Just get quiet, man. I don't know. I was wondering if you're okay.
Yeah, I'm just watching that whenever you play.
What is this?
No, sir, but unfortunately, I don't know what's going on because this is the front desk of 4 Points by Sheraton.
Is what?
This is the front desk of 4 Points by Sheraton. So someone from the room probably doing it, but it doesn't show anything.
No, no, it's not. Well, that's why we were able to.
See?
Good evening. This is Erica.
How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
I need a Thanksgiving turkey. Can you do that?
Wait, I'm sorry. What did you say?
I need a turkey.
You need a turkey?
Yes. The first available turkey.
The first available turkey?
Yeah. Why are you laughing? This is not funny.
It's kind of funny.
I'm hungry. Help me out.
All right. Well, yeah, we don't have turkey.
I don't know what the hell kind of unit you're running here.
One without turkeys.
Confidence is the key to winning a turkey, right? I need one of those turkeys with caffeine in it. Caffeinated turkey.
Caffeinated turkey, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Hell yes.
Yeah, all right, shit.
Well, turkey makes me sleepy.
It's true. Well, I think it's the tryptophan.
Oh no, I'm fine. I'll just grab some Bing Bangs or Flying Willards and some crystal meth.
We just wait. That'll keep you up for days, actually.
I know.
You son of a bitch!
Thank you for calling Sub. How may I direct your phone call?
How you doing?
Hey, good.
What? Yeah. I would like to buy a new car.
I'm sorry, you're breaking up a little bit, sir.
I would like to buy a new car. No. Can you do that?
Sure. Who am I speaking with?
Passed around the thing.
Sir, you're breaking up. I can't even understand you.
Passed around the thing.
You keep breaking up.
Passed around the thing.
Passed around the what?
Thing. Passed around the thing.
I'm trying to help you, but you're not coming. I don't know if it's your phone or my phone.
Why are you laughing? Passed around the thing. An Indian type.
You want an Indian?
You know what I mean?
You're an Indian. You're an Indian type.
What? Yeah. Passed around the thing.
Passed around the thing?
Yeah.
Are you a friend of Ken's?
No! He's a great guy. Right?
Ken is a great guy?
No. Me?
Are you a great guy?
Passed around this thing. Yeah. What do you think?
If I could understand that last thing you said.
Sweet cheeks.
Sweet
passed
cheeks?
Around the thing. Yeah.
Sweet cheeks passed around the thing?
No. No. What do you think? Sweet cheeks. Can you hear me? Not a problem.
Good evening, come
It
on.
really doesn't.
Hello.
How you doing?
Can't complain. Same old, same old. How are you doing?
Yes. I need a pickup.
Need a pickup?
Yes.
Okie dokie. What would you like? Yeah.
Chicken.
Stuff.
Chicken.
Chicken? Have you looked at our menu?
Yes.
And so then what would you like?
I don't know how to read it.
You don't know how to read it? Might take a literacy course, my friend.
Yes.
Yes, I might have.
La fille qui j'aimerais, c'est la comprendre. Et c'est bon faire.
That doesn't sound like an order from our menu.
Sure about that?
Oh, sure about that. Yeah, sorry. I don't know if there's an echo in the background, but it sounded like you were speaking French for a second.
Not me.
Not you. You of all people? Never.
Never.
No, absolutely not. Oh, man. So what can I get for you? Don't
Aaron.
Watch one of these Jack Nicholson quick calls.
Yeah.
Hey, chicken.
What can I do for chicken?
For chicken, I need. That's classic. Honestly, we can do like a red pepper soup with chicken. We can do panini. We can do like, duck.
Smile a little easier.
Chicken. No.
Sir? I'm talking to my friends. Sorry. Go ahead.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. Like,
Go ahead.
Do it, we can do like a chicken panini. We can do like a duck breast. We can do like a chicken Caesar salad.
Hey, Nick, you should play the, like, AG,
what?
Oh, like, AGP, like prank, like the calls.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll put that.
Like Comcast or not Comcast, I mean, like, whatever the fuck he called.
Oh, that reminds me of Violet for Comcast.
Wait, is Arcade here? I couldn't see him.
No, you can hear. He's right there.
Yeah,
I can't see him. It's like above, like. Okay, I can see him now.
You
can keep playing it. You can keep playing it.
Aaron.
Hey, what's up, Arcade? How are you?
Good. The thing he was saying about Comcast, that reminds me of Violet First.
Yeah. Well, I think it was Dish Network. I was wrong. It was Dish Network.
Oh.
You can keep playing it there.
That's a jelly donut. Dunkin' Donuts, what the fuck is wrong with you? That motherfucker needs to quit meeting himself cooking donuts and do it right. Hire some goddamn help. Buy some more fucking jelly. Damn. And you motherfucker stale. That ain't even a good smell. Fuck Dunkin' Donuts. Tell them they suck. God damn. Is it Dunkin' Donut? Look at I got my name is Wilson. I got a question for you. I just bought some goddamn donuts from y'all,
you know what's so
alright?
funny about this?
And I bought some jelly donuts, and there wasn't no goddamn jelly!
Oh, Nick, what's so funny about this prank call is, like, he lied about his name. He called himself Wilson.
Yeah.
Instead of, like, Charles.
Yeah, I didn't see the actual name, yeah.
What you do, just wave the goddamn donut across the jar and say, woo, it's a jelly donut now. I said, did you just wave the donut across the damn jelly jar and say it's a jelly donut? Well, you didn't shoot enough. You didn't shoot enough jelly in that motherfucker. Goddamn, I'm looking at him right now.
Nick, I'm gonna go camera
Hey, what is it?
I'm trying not to drink in front of Arcade.
You can have a camera up if you can have a camera up, Aaron.
I'll just turn it up. It's all good. I'm not worried about it. What is that?
Easy shoes.
Hey, Nick, you know you should play.
What?
You should play like that Joshua Graham call or something like that. You remember that one? That shitty?
Yeah.
That was pretty funny. He calls it like a religious hotline.
I want to take from them what they took from me, from my family. In this life, I want them to suffer. I want all.
We don't pray like
Wait,
that.
go back, Nick. Go back, Nick. I actually.
He gave no
scratch
mercy.
this.
And God said that He would be.
Scratch. Hey, Nick. Go back. Play the one that was down. Shit. It's already gone. It was like play like a Wesker like prank call.
What is it called?
Like Resident Evil, like Wesker. Those ones are funny. Yeah, those ones. Yeah.
7 minutes. 7 minutes is all I can spare to play with you.
Hello.
Chris.
Hello.
7 minutes.
Who's that?
7 minutes is all I can spare to play with you.
What the fuck is this?
Here I am offering you my precious time, and you waste it by running around.
Who the fuck is this nutcase?
Poor deluded Chris. How you so love your precious self-righteousness.
Who's that?
Only those fit for survival will be allowed to carry their genes into a new age.
What a nutcase you are.
Don't make me laugh.
What an asshole.
Worthless.
Hey, Nick,
your
this is pretty good.
assistance is
This is pretty good.
Yeah.
4.
I need ammo.
And?
I require your weapon. Give that to me.
Uh-huh.
You know what's funny about the McDonald's at near home where I've been for a while for recently? There's a Ronald McDonald statue on top of there. It'd be funny if I called there and said, "Hey, can I speak to Ronald?"
That'd actually be pretty funny.
They say, "Oh, I'm sorry, he's dead."
You know. Hey, Arcade, like they've gotten rid of all the Ronald McDonald statues and shit around here.
Yeah, somehow there's still one there.
No, they used to. I kind of missed the old McDonald's. They remember used to be like red and yellow.
Yeah.
They changed the buildings and stuff too. They used to be like look different.
Yeah, the buildings are all gray now.
Yeah, they used to. They redid like all the McDonald's and stuff.
Yeah.
It's kind of stupid. They redid them. They used to look like better. They used to look like better. I don't know. Some of them still have like the playground. Some of them still have like the play place.
Yeah. They do here in
Yeah,
Wisconsin.
but Nick, like I kind of reminisce like the old McDonald's, like that you're talking about, like the red and yellow one.
Like that was my child. That was like my childhood. That was like my childhood.
Uh,
That was like before they changed it into the.
yeah, they changed it to like it looks like a prison now.
I know. Like, why do they do that nowadays? Like, why can't they just like, you know, they have to make everything like modern or something like that. Like, there's no like life to it anymore or something. It's a lot of things.
It's McDonald's.
Yeah.
I don't know. And it's crazy.
There might be. I think there's probably other fast food places that did that too. Like they just redid everything or the buildings and stuff.
I have a rhyme for you. Wibble
Hey,
dibble,
Nick.
eating up the
Why
kid.
is it? Why is my camera like frozen on this point? It's not frozen here.
I don't know.
I guess it's restreaming. I don't know.
Okay, you should actually do that. Call that McDonald's and say, yeah, can I speak to Ronald? No, you should actually do it. I see him sitting on the roof. Can I speak to him?
Yeah, maybe after the or what tomorrow.
No, you should do it on stream though. Arcade, it'd be funny. It'd be funny if you did it on stream.
I don't know how to do that while on there.
Oh, Aaron, maybe you could.
Hey, Nick, do you like this call though? This kind of fun.
Hey, Aaron, maybe you could do it. You could like call that at McDonald's.
Oh yeah, like say, like, hey, can I speak to McDonald's?
I mean, because you got to be on. I guess you have to. If you're using your phone to be on the stream, yeah, you can't do it at the same time. You can't like use your phone to also call. You have to like be on your computer or something like that on the stream.
Yeah.
Where you're on your phone, Aaron?
Yeah, I'm on my phone because like I don't have internet yet.
Maybe I could maybe do it. That'd be kind of fun. I don't know. I'm kind of like scared just to call. I don't know if I want to call a random place though. I'm not really good at that.
Well, your name's random.
That way, the arcade. Wait, do you have a computer, Arcade?
I what?
Do you have a computer?
It's back in Upper Michigan at home. Yeah, we're just here overnight, so then the next day we can pack up and leave.
Or you should we should do like no, like sometimes soon, like do like a stream where we just like prank call some places or something like that.
Oh, okay.
That'd be fun. I'm seeing this like guy on like you that's like doing that, like doing like he just does these like prank calls like live.
Oh,
Like I were watching that he was doing like these prank calls live. Like he called like a casino and then I think he called like a strip club. Like another one. He does like them like every day or something. It's like call. You think that'd be fun to do that, Aaron? I mean, we should like do that. That'd be fun. That'd actually be pretty fun. So like just like call some like a few different places or something, like fast food places or something, or like a restaurant.
Yeah.
Like just call like one like a restaurant or something. Like imagine we call Burger. Hey, can I talk to the king? Can I talk to the Burger King? I don't think they have the Burger King anymore.
Keep playing. Hey, keep playing.
I require your gun.
And you think we should?
No.
Is that all you have?
Pretty much.
There's no point in hiding.
In less than 5 minutes, we'll reach the optimal altitude for missile deployment. George Bush will be released into the atmosphere.
George the First or George the
What
Second?
the hell?
Let me clarify something for you, Chris.
I have big balls.
Why can't you understand, Chris?
I think I get it perfectly.
Has it never occurred to you that this planet is overpopulated?
No, I don't believe that.
Only a handful of humans truly matter. Everyone else is just so much chaff.
Right.
Do you really believe the
Why
world
is the billboard calling?
the
Yeah, I'm
human
getting
race
kind of
requires
tired. I gotta go.
Wait, hold on. Our kid's trying to say something.
Alright,
Sorry.
he's gonna go.
Yeah, I got a new med prescribed, and it kind of makes me a little tired, and plus the time zone difference changing back.
Alright, yeah.
Okay, have a good night.
Alright, too.
Alright, see you, man.
I'm gonna try this see if it's funny. See if it's funny.
Hello, good evening. This.
Hello?
Good evening.
What?
I Japanese. I Burger King です。
Yeah.
私は日本人ですか?
Wait. Hold on. Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
Do you speak French?
No.
Okay.
We try.
Can you give me your address?
Address, Bliss Street.
Bliss Street.
ها.
Okay.
코바루 토 부르니 코베타 코무가.
I don't speak.
AUB.
AUB dorm.
Ha, AUB.
AUB dorm.
Ha, AUB, yes.
Main gate.
Yes, main gate this.
Main gate.
Ha.
Okay.
Main gate.
Dorms, main gate.
Main gate.
Sorry, the AUB dorms, then the main gate in front of the McDo.
Ha, McDonald's.
McDonald's in front of you.
No, Burger King. Ha, sorry. You Burger King?
I'm Burger. Okay.
McDonald's 코바루 토 부르니 코베타 코무가. I want a Burger King.
Okay, you want Burger King.
Ha.
Your dorm. Where are you living?
Dorm inside AUB.
Okay. Sorry, is there anyone who speaks English or Arabic?
Wait,
I'm very hungry.
Okay.
I am sorry.
Don't worry. What do you want to order?
Thank you. In Japan, we have a double whopper. You have a double whopper?
Okay, double whopper we have it. With the cheese?
With cheese, yes, yellow.
Large fries?
Large fries.
Okay, large fries.
Sushi?
Sushi, we don't have sushi.
Sushi burger. No sushi burger?
No sushi burger. We don't have
sushi
burger. Do you want to try the mozzarella cheese sticks?
Mozzarella.
Mozzarella cheese.
How much money?
In dollar, 1.75.
Do you know how much in yen?
In yen?
No. Oh.
How many dollars the yen equals?
9.2.
Every 9 yen, $1.
道に迷ったオスは乗るした。
Oui. Okay, it's 18 yen. 18.3 yens.
Okay.
Okay,
Soda.
Okay.
Soda?
What?
Soda.
No, we don't have soda.
No, sorry. Soda mean I agree.
Soda. In Japanese.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oui.
Soda. What your name is?
Khaldun.
Khaldun-san.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Khaldun-san. Arigatou gozaimashita. Can I have
Give me your name?
my name?
Yep.
Mitsurugi.
What?
Mitsurugi.
Mid-30?
예. Mitsurugi. ken no michi ni mayotasu.
No, only Mitsurugi. I'll catch
No last name? Michi ni mayotasu wa nurashita?
What?
Michi ni mayotasu wa narashita. Michi ni?
Michi.
Ni.
If I said to them Mitsurugi, they'll know you.
I only Japanese in Heiyubi.
Okay.
Okay, can I order more, please?
What do you want?
I am very hungry.
Okay, don't worry.
Thank you. I want Seigi no Matsuda-san da yo. Do you have Seigi no Matsuda-san da yo?
Dessert?
Ha, dessert.
Sunday, we have Hershey's pie, Sunday pie. It's chocolate with vanilla. It's very delicious.
Oh, Hershey's desu?
Hershey's pie or Sunday pie.
Oh, Hershey's. Hershey's, okay. I will have one.
Soda? Soda.
What is this?
This is a John Goodman prank called guy.
Hello.
Hey, need any money?
How much you want?
Me too.
Hey.
I think that you and me need to talk about some stuff.
Who's you and me?
So I heard it was really cold up there last week, and I was just wondering if your landlord put in the storm windows yet.
Are you talking to the wrong guy? Well, who are you calling that?
Well, that's crazy. You're gonna freeze.
Yeah, you're gonna fucking freeze too, man.
I'm just not.
Wait. Why did you say
It's
me?
just
You said the windows open.
crazy. You're gonna freeze.
Yeah, you're gonna fucking freeze too, man.
I'm just not. It's just.
No, you're just not right, are you?
I'm not upset with you. That's perfectly fine.
Who's winning? Well, who's winning tonight? Who won the
Jesus,
game?
what a day I had.
Yeah?
Don't be silly.
Nice.
Hi, thanks for calling Denny's.
I think that you and me need to talk about some stuff.
Huh?
So I heard it was really cold up there last week, and I was just wondering if your landlord put in the storm windows yet.
Are you talking about Denny's?
Denny's.
We don't have any snow.
Oh, that's crazy. You're going to freeze. Okay, listen, here's what you do. Just go down to any hardware store and you get this stuff. Plastic window insulator. Now, you want the indoor kit, not the outdoor kit.
Okay.
You think that's a good idea?
I think.
Okay. Look, is there anything you feel like asking me about?
No.
We can talk about anything. Come on, pick a topic. I'll yak all night.
Nah, I got a job to do.
I'm just not. It's just. What I'm trying to say is, I'm not upset with you.
What?
That's perfectly fine.
Any other way?
I mean, I don't. I'm just.
Cause you sound like you're a little bit off beat.
I'm just.
You can't even respond to my question.
It's just. You might say I saw this blind.
Okay. Do you want to order some Denny's or what?
Denny's.
Yes, that's this
okay.
number.
Yeah.
Denny's.
Okay, sir, but I gotta go. You have a wonderful day now.
What you doing?
Hello?
Hey, that you and me need to talk about some stuff.
Who is this?
Bo. So I heard it was really cold up there last week. I was just wondering if your landlord put in the storm windows yet.
What are you talking about?
I'm just. I think we should talk about this.
Who is this?
Bo.
I don't know who you are.
Bo? What is it? What did he say? Bo?
Is it Bo? I'm sorry. I don't know. I can.
Who are you?
Bo.
I don't know who the hell you are.
It sounds like you're saying Bo.
Anything you feel like asking me
Just
about?
keep saying that.
What?
What kind of car do you drive?
Who are you?
Bo.
I don't know who you are.
Hey, need any money?
Why are you calling me? Why are you calling me?
Because I believe in it.
Because what?
It's a free country.
It's a free country. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Why are you calling me? I don't even know who you are.
You should
Why are
keep
you
your mitts
talking?
off other people's belongings.
What?
You should keep your mitts off other people's belongings.
What are you talking about?
What the fuck?
Oh, for crying out loud.
Who are you calling? You know who I am? At all? You even know my name?
Well, I'm not completely sure, but I'm pretty sure.
What is it?
Jackie.
Jackie. Oh my God.
What?
Don't mind me. I was just gonna. I'm just not. It's just.
What are you saying?
Listen, I got an idea.
What is your plan?
You know, when I was a kid, my grandpa used to tell me about
Oh
when
my
he was
God.
a kid.
I gotta go.
The
I'm
boy
not
he was
listening to that
taking.
story, man.
They used to sit around and tell stories.
Alright, yeah, I'm not listening. I'm not.
We can talk about anything.
Story.
Come on, pick a topic. I'll yak all night.
Who the fuck are you?
Bo.
Who the fuck is Bo?
The whole world gone crazy!
Oh my God.
I'm just.
I like these.
Josephine, how may I help you? Hello?
Yeah.
Oh wait, he's showing like a sound. Oh, he's showing like a sound. You just click on these and it says this stuff.
Yeah.
Wait,
A second, I'm
is that like
looking
a?
at the menu.
It looks like a website or something like that. This looks like a website.
Please don't offer me anything. I'll tell you what I want. You know how you got the 6-piece nuggets?
You outside the thing because I don't hear nobody out there.
You know how you got the 6-piece nuggets?
The chicken size, yes.
Just can you give me just 4 nuggets?
I'm sorry, we tell you there's 6 or 9.
Shut up and listen to my order. Take the 6 nuggets and throw 2 of them away.
She hung up.
Hello?
Hey. Yeah, hold on a second. I'm looking at the menu. You know how you got the 6-piece nuggets?
Yes.
Just can you give me just 4 nuggets?
Okay.
Take the 6 nuggets and throw 2 of them away. I'm just wanting a 4 nugget thing. I'm trying to watch my calorie intake.
Okay.
Try to lose some of the weight. And give me 4 chicken McNuggets. Can I have Junior Western Bacon Cheese?
So 4 chicken stars and then a Western bacon cheeseburger?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, if you could take a Coca-Cola and just go half Coca-Cola, half Diet Coke.
Okay.
Also
Half.
small seasoned curlies.
Alright, hold on just 1 second.
No. Okay. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Okay. 4 chicken stars. Do you want? We don't have curly fries. It's Crisco.
Also a small seasoned curlies.
Fries, right?
No.
I'm sorry, what?
All right, cherry jubilee and that.
What do you say? Small season curlies.
Yeah.
So the chicken stars, you want 4 chicken stars, and then
No.
what size drink did you want it?
Yeah, hold on a second. I'm looking at the menu. Yeah, all right, cherry jubilee and that's it.
Just the chicken stars, you said?
A fish sandwich. You know what I was thinking?
Just the fish sandwich? Just the sandwich?
Shut up and listen to my order.
When you come,
No.
You know what?
How's it going? See? It's like...
Right. Yeah, I got a lot of editing on this damn video.
Yeah, your editing is second to none, let me tell you what. This is the longest 13 minutes of my life.
It needs some...
Does it ever come back?
Fries, bro? No, thank you. Okay. That's because he got his own fries. He got his own fries?
Does he...
Inside the box?
What happened? Okay, I have to see more. That was a beautiful disaster. That was like a exceptional.
Right? So I'm not far away from the avenue, and I decided to make a video.
There's a damn wig on.
So why is he embarrassed by this?
That'd be not pricey. But pricey. Ooh, look at that, mama.
I'm glad he turned on the light in broad daylight.
All that meat. Look at all that meat. That delicious meat.
He gave himself a spontaneous haircut. Stopped by a... Gave himself a spontaneous haircut. Stopped by a GTA 5 barber.
Don't leave me now, baby. The people's be looking at me back and forth.
Why?
I don't care. I gotta eat my food, right?
Well, yeah. Why are they looking at you? Just eating. Why is that weird?
I thought you had a sandwich, man. You know all that.
What are these flashbacks? Or fast forwards, I guess. I don't know. It could...
This video is turning into the haunted video.
Some of that bug.
This is the
This is
worst
guy in the back
fucking
of his
review of
car.
anything I've ever seen in my life.
She should kill you. Give me some of that burger.
Let's give me. Now I'm trying to eat my burger. Now I'm trying to eat my burger.
Hotels of the world. Your call may be monitored.
Okay.
You want 2 beds in a room for 1 person?
Yes.
Okay, but what kind of hotel are you looking for? That's my question. A casino hotel, non-casino hotel?
Anything.
The Tropic...
Hello, thanks for calling the world famous bubblegum chicken. This is the Mafia.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello. My name's Forrest Gump.
Who is this, by the way?
Forrest Gump.
This is not Forrest Gump, bro.
Yes, sir. My name's Forrest Gump.
Good husband?
Yes, sir.
Jenny and me was like peas and carrots.
So you already found your one then, huh?
Yes, sir.
Not a smart man.
No. It's a coworker?
I don't know.
You gotta tell me that at least. Is it a coworker? Just say yes if it is, and then no if it's not.
No.
No?
Yes, sir.
It is.
No. Forrest Gump.
I remember the bus ride on the first day of school. Very well.
I don't know.
Dude,
what is
you laugh.
this?
Shop dildos, lingerie, and shit. So we are gonna call it right now. Let's do this prank call. It's gonna be amazing. If you want the number, it's on screen right now. So that's the number for the shop. It's like in Sacramento.
Jewelry show.
Thank you for calling Susie's on Auburn Boulevard. Open 24 hours a day. How can I help you?
Hey, I'm Tex. I was wondering if you guys have the butterfly.
We got tons of different ones.
Can you explain to me what that is?
You don't know what you're asking for then?
No, I do, but what do you use it for?
Well, that's what the thing is. There's a bunch of different ones, so which one are you looking for specifically?
Is there any I could shove up my anal caverns? There is no vibrating dildos I could shove up my cram hole.
Not one that's a butterfly.
Would it hurt? Sorry, ma'am, I'm confused. Me and my wife are trying to get...
If you're looking for vibrating butt plugs, we have those, but there are none that are called the butterfly.
So, you have vibrating butt plugs that I could shove up my ass?
Yep, you can put them wherever you want. Up the butt, in your nose, however you want to do it.
Up my dick hole?
If that's what you want to do with it.
Is there any small enough for my urethra?
I'm sure there is.
Wow. All right, my wife... Wait, hang on. 1 second. Let me ask. Margaret? All right, she was wondering if you guys... how do I say this? Have any... ginormous black dildos.
I think we do. You know, your best bet to come on down. That's best.
Well, do you have like a 1 footer?
One footer.
Come on down and we'll show you.
One minute, ma'am. I have to ask
I gotta play this again.
And Carl.
Hi, I'm Forrest Gump.
So this is always funny.
Mama always said, life is like a box of chocolate. Do you eat chocolate? I reckon from time to time. My mama eats the shit out of some chocolates, let me tell you. She says chocolates are the aphrodisiac of American society. Hey, Carl. I'm Forrest Gump. I just came here a little while ago. Bubba was my bestest friend. He's dead. I like your name.
It's a tree.
Hey, pause it.
Are you a neighborly man?
Yeah.
I laugh whenever he said Bubba got his head shot off in Vietnam. Yeah, it's just like the way he said it.
Yeah.
Bubba was my bestest buddy. He done died. Got his ass shot off in Vietnam. I don't reckon I know too much about that name. I don't have the bestest friend no more. I'm sitting in here because they call me crazy. Set me into this institution. I said I ain't crazy. I just ain't got no friends. I'm 47 years old. Ain't got laid. Except Jenny one time. That was it. Damn, maybe I am crazy. How long you been in here, Carl? About 20 years. Give or take a few. Damn. That's a hell of a long time. I'm pretty nervous.
20 years.
Accident.
20 years. It's like it's not a big deal.
Well, I was out in the shed one
That's a
day.
long time.
Sitting for my mama to come out and give me my Bible lesson. Bible's good. I like the Bible an awful lot. I'd like to read it sometime, I reckon. Well, I was waiting out there for her to give me my Bible lesson. And
And she wasn't coming out, so I thought I'd come in and check on her. Well, I heard these noises coming from the porch.
What kind of noises, Carl?
Kind of like that.
Kind of like a
Yeah.
Was your mama knocking boots, Carl?
Well, I reckon she was.
Damn.
I tell you, I wasn't too happy about it.
Hey, Nick, you know what you meant by that, right?
Well.
Wait, what?
He said, "Was your mom knocking boots?" Like he meant, was she fucking someone?
Yeah.
It's kind of funny, isn't it?
What on earth did you do?
Yeah.
Well, came out of here. Went to my daddy's lean-to. Kaiser blade. Somebody called her sling blade. I call it Kaiser blade.
I call it a big old piece of shit. That's what I call it.
Yeah, it's pretty sharp.
Pretty sharp. What?
Damn.
He said it's for cutting leaves on the side of the road.
Well, I saw my mama on the porch. And old Billy Joe, he was on top of her. He was a student in my school. He liked to poke fun at me.
I know what that's like.
Hey, Nick, you know you should play after this.
And so I told him to get off her.
You should play the wood, like the Wolverine, right?
Bet.
Over here.
That made me real mad.
Like the Wolverine, right?
Damn. Did you kick his ass down the street?
Oh, always.
You want to say dad?
I'll tell you what.
Damn.
What did you say?
Well, you could play the Lunatic Dad one that I showed you last night.
Well, I don't watch Lunatic Dad one to play, Aaron.
You remember the one I showed you last night?
We gotta play the colored beard one.
No, play the one I showed you last night, dude.
We already watched the one. I guess we watched it a little bit.
Well, I mean, we rewatch videos all the time. It's that one, yeah.
Make Michael. That's why you don't throw shit like that, because.
Fuck is my money.
Stop yelling.
Freaking very first year on YouTube, I got this from a person and everything else. They made it really nice and everything. Where the fuck is my money?
This is funny though. I mean, it's funny.
Oh,
yeah.
You're gonna tell me quit damn yelling when I got my damn money fucking taken out of there?
And the baby's sleeping.
I don't give a shit right now. I don't give a shit right now. I want to know who took that damn money. This damn thing is for sitting in my damn garage. When I had this put away in our room. In our room. How in the hell is this shit freaking gone? Where's my money?
Why did you put it in the garage? Why did you put it in the garage?
I never put the shit in the garage. You got your damn ears plugged.
Nope, I
I'm
don't.
asking. I told you the shit was upstairs where I put all my important freaking documents. How in the hell is someone gonna come into my room, steal my money, and put the box in the garage? Who the hell does that? Who the hell does that?
It took his money.
And no one's gonna admit to this shit.
Someone took his money.
No one's gonna admit to this shit.
I bet it was Kyle.
Well, it sure ain't gonna be Boy Genius over there. He'll never admit to nothing.
No,
Take your
Yeah, just like you don't take nothing of mine. Nothing.
Hey, Nick.
Well, you
how
don't
much
know.
you
You
want to
know how
bet
many
it
people
was
are here.
Kyle?
I'm not accusing anybody. What I'm saying is,
What?
I bet it was Kyle that took his money.
my money is
Yeah,
gone.
probably.
Had over almost, I don't even know, $800-900 sitting in there, and you're acting like
$900.
It could be here, it could be there, it could be there.
Because
Money's missing.
maybe you forgot what you did with it.
Maybe
Maybe you
shut
forgot.
the hell up. Sit down.
The baby's
Eat your
sleeping.
damn hot dog. I ain't worried about no damn baby right now. I got $800 missing.
And the baby's sleeping.
There you go.
So now what did you do?
Kyle broke the
My
fucking
damn
box.
that was given by a YouTuber to me. Send my damn.
What
Hey,
is wrong with you?
Pause it.
Wrong with me, hey.
What?
I think Kyle was fucked up for breaking that.
Yeah. That's a lot of money to just take, like $900. Like, he didn't even ask him or anything like that. He just said took it. It's like $900.
Him or Lawrence or somebody. Somebody took it.
Look at this. All fucked up. I ought to beat the living shit out of you.
No, you don't.
There.
No.
Fuck, now the motherfucker even it's me.
Well, that's why you don't throw shit like that because
My money's missing. My box is destroyed because dipshit.
now you broke the box.
I fucking broke the box. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me?
You stumped
Did you
on
not
it.
just see Boy Genius break a good, beautiful thing that I've had for over 8 years? 8 years. And you just take it like throw it away.
So now pick it up because I don't want to step on this thing, whatever it is.
I'm gonna pick it up.
Who's going to pick it up?
Asshole over here is
You
gonna
don't
pick it
say
up.
that.
That money.
I start nursing school.
Can you help me with my fuses, please?
I just got off work. I'm relaxing. I can do it tomorrow.
Oh.
What are you doing?
Please close my eyes. You wanna fuck around and case close this shit? You wanna case close that shit?
What are you doing? What the?
Case closed.
What the hell did you just do?
Good.
What the hell? Unfucking believable. Mom! Get in here! Get in here now!
What?
Look what
This is bullshit!
Look what the fuck he just did! Look what he just did!
Why'd you break my TV?
Oh, hell no.
Because he wouldn't let me the freaking fuses!
I'll be pissed too.
Because I had to go do something! What's wrong with you?
You know what I would do? Hey, Nick. You know what I would do?
Yeah.
I'd probably be so mad that I'd fucking kick his ass fucking out.
Yeah.
No lie, like I'm serious.
Kick him out.
That's some serious fucking damage, man. Like I mean, like a TV's not cheap.
I mean, I guess they're able to get
Yeah.
away with. I guess are they able to get away with it? I guess like destroying just like TVs like it's nothing. Like it doesn't really matter to them.
I don't
Like,
think
it's the
I don't
TV.
think I don't think they're that well. I don't think they're that wealthy.
Yeah, because I'll be freaking pissed if like someone like destroyed the like hit the freaking TV or I'll be upset because those are like they're not even that cheap. They're like well, like that's like a few $100s at least.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, I think like your grandpa could have probably afforded more, because they probably they got like a ton of views and stuff. Or was it? Yeah, I don't know what to play. I don't know what to play.
Yeah, I think. Hey Nick, I think my phone's like charging slowly because I'm on here. Maybe it's like making it slower.
His television set with my.
Right.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Turn off.
The company shirt.
See?
What the hell?
Yep.
What do you gotta do?
Say TV turn on.
TV.
Turn on.
Wait a minute. I'm trying. What?
No.
TV, turn on.
No, just say it out loud.
TV, turn on.
Huh.
TV, turn on. God damn it, turn on TV.
Hey Nick, I'm about to
turn on TV,
jump
please.
off.
All right, too.
Right, see you, man.
I'm not a big birthday celebrator. I'm not the type to make a big thing and invite all my friends out or throw a party. My close friends know this, so usually I'll do something more low-key with my family or close friends. One year in particular, after I went to dinner with my family, 3 of my friends were texting me trying to make plans to go out and do something. Not out to bars or anything, we were only 19 at the time and didn't have fake IDs. My friend Jay has a Jeep, so he suggested we go night off-roading on one of the trails about a half hour from our houses. It was this really huge state park that had trails big enough to off-road on. He had done it before. Technically, you're not allowed to, but past dark, nobody's in those woods. Since my birthday's in July, the days are really long. It doesn't get pitch black until around 9 o'clock, and I'd say that was around the time we started heading over to the park. My friend Carl brought a bunch of weed, and my other friend Joey brought a handle of vodka to celebrate my birthday. The plan was to hotbox the car in the middle of the woods and just get really fucked up. Jay wouldn't be partaking in the alcohol since he was driving. So past a certain hour, the entrance to the state park's parking lot would be coned off. But since there's no night security guards, it's easy to just get out and move one of the cones and drive around it. We just were on the lookout for any cops before entering the parking lot. Once we passed the entrance, there was a somewhat long stretch of a narrow one-way road with woods on either side, and then eventually it led to the big open parking lot, which also was surrounded by woods on 3 sides and then baseball fields and a playground on another. Jay knew exactly where to go to get to the trails, which were technically for walking, but they were plenty wide enough to drive on according to him. We made sure there were no cops sitting in the parking lot before entering the trail though. Once we were on the trail, Jay turned his brights on to have better visibility. Some parts of the trail were definitely very bumpy and tight, where he'd have to drive slowly to be sure not to scrape any trees or bushes on either side. The trails were not made for cars after all, so caution was necessary. But it was definitely fun at first, where the trail would open up, or there would be drops. The bumpiness of the ride made it fun, almost like an amusement park ride. Carl lit up the joint he rolled and started passing it around. When we were deep enough into the trails, Jay stopped the engine and turned off the headlights. We sat in the car with the music playing and the bottle being passed around. The music was pretty loud too, so when all of us thought we heard something from outside, we genuinely went silent and looked at each other. Jay turned off the music, and we all said basically at the same time, "What was that?" or "Did you guys hear that?" We all agreed it sounded like a high-pitched screaming. Jay turned the headlights back on, but we didn't see anyone in front of us. Still, we wanted to move out of that immediate spot, so we drove a little further down the trail. Once we stopped again, we agreed it might have been a female fox we heard. From here on, we hung out with the music a bit lower. We were just chilling, making mixed drinks. At one point, my friends all sang me happy birthday really loudly as a joke. Eventually, I had to go pee, so I just got out of the car and took a few steps off the trail into the woods. Midstream, I heard what I swore were footsteps nearby. I cut it short and went back into the car, telling my friends I heard footsteps. Jay turned on his headlights again, and he and I being in the front seats were the first ones to scream when we saw somebody standing about 10 feet in front of the car on the side of the trail. It was a woman with her hood up. We expected her to do something, but she just stood there. Jay rolled down his window and asked, "You all right?" The woman then backed slowly into the woods until she was out of sight. It was at this moment that Carl, in the back, somehow while zonked out of his mind, noticed something horrifying. I still remember the moment he said, "Guys, we're surrounded." And all of us started looking around in the woods. And there had to be at least 3 other people dressed in sweaters with the hoods up on different sides of the car, all looking at the car though. Mind you, this was not a cold night, it was the middle of July. They were all standing right off the trail in the woods. Carl in the back seat screamed, causing us to turn around and see a man standing right outside the back windshield looking in. The red glow from the taillights created this creepy red glow in the guy's deadpan expression. I screamed, "Get us out of here, just go," and Jay listened. He put the car in drive and went as fast as he possibly could over the various rocks and bumps in the trail. We were all freaking out, and the way off that trail took way too long. But when we finally reached the pavement again through another exit of the dirt trails, I know we were all relieved. Jay, the most sober out of all of us, told the rest of us who were either drunk or really high that we're going straight home. We've thought about whether those people were just a group of young adults hanging out deep in the woods like we were, but it wouldn't explain all of them just creepily staring at us, standing still, nor would it explain one of them standing directly outside the back windshield looking inside the car, or the fact that they were all wearing hoodies on a summer night. We also realized that scream-type noise we heard most likely wasn't a fox after all, and probably had something to do with them. Either way, off-roading in those woods at nighttime was never an idea we floated again.
Every month, this Airbnb pays me in semi-passive income. Now here's the thing, I don't...
Since I was worried about people thinking I was a baby, like a typical tough 6th grader. Instead, I was playing on my DS in a chair in the hallway, when a random woman approached me and asked, "Hey, you're Gloria's kid, right?" Gloria is my mom's name, so I told her, yeah. This lady tells me that she's my Aunt Sarah and that I was probably too little to remember the last time we saw each other. She started talking about how big I had gotten and asked how I was doing in school. I was pretty used to these kinds of interactions with relatives, so I didn't question it at all and gave the usual answers. Sarah then told me that she brought a large dollhouse as a birthday present and needed help carrying it out of her car, She told me that she also had brought another cake and offered me the first slice if I helped her. I was almost 12, so I was taught about creeps and the fact that this was an almost textbook kidnapping scenario. But like I said, these kinds of interactions were super common in my family. I also admit that I made the mistake of trusting Sarah more because she was a woman. So I agreed to help and followed Sarah out the back door. The car wasn't parked. It was still running with the man in the driver's seat. Sarah could tell that the man being there made me suspicious, so she quickly told me that was my Uncle Dennis and started urging me to hurry with the dollhouse before the cake frosting melted. I got a bad gut feeling. Why hadn't she asked Dennis to help her carry the dollhouse in? And why did they keep the car running when there was plenty of empty spots to park in? I stood where I was and refused to move. Sarah's tone became much less friendly as she was now commanding me to come to the car. Sarah tried to tug my jacket sleeve, but I swatted her hand away and yelled at her to stop. She looked furious, and for a second I thought Dennis was about to step out of the car. Thankfully, we all heard my mom and aunt loudly yelling my name. Sarah jumped in the car, and she and Dennis both took off. I ran through the back door and met my mom and aunt halfway inside. I immediately told them what happened. My mom hugged me and told me she was so sorry and that everything would be okay, while my aunt told the tea room workers. They basically put the tea room into lockdown and had all the kids gather in one room to make sure no one else had gone missing. Thankfully, no one had. The police eventually came to speak to me about what had happened. I told them as much as I could about Sarah and Dennis. The police officers I spoke to promised me that they would get back to me and my mom if they found out anything new, but we never heard anything back from the police about Sarah or Dennis, or whatever their real names were. As far as we know, they've never been caught. I still have no idea how Sarah knew my mom's name. I just try to be grateful that I'm okay and avoid thinking about what would have happened to me if I hadn't listened to my gut and had followed Sarah to the trunk of her car. My uncle is really well off and has a really cool house on the water with a huge backyard and pool. So for my 21st birthday, he let me use the backyard to throw a big party since he was out of town for the month anyway. Since it was my 21st and I wanted to go crazy, I invited all my friends and told them to invite all of their friends, just as long as they bring their own beer. The party started at 8. My uncle had a surround sound speaker system in the yard that was perfect for parties. I just plugged my burner phone in and put on a music mix that was good for parties. I told everyone that I invited to stay out of the house though unless they were going to the bathroom. It was strictly a backyard party. I quickly realized there were more people than I was anticipating. Almost all of my friends who I invited showed up, with extra people accompanying them. And then on top of that, people I didn't even recognize were walking in groups together through the gates. I had to assume everyone here was invited by people who I invited. But when there were easily more than 80 people in the backyard, I started getting anxiety about the cleanup and potential damage I'd find tomorrow. I tried my best to keep an eye on who was going in and out of the house. It was a long night though, and being the birthday guy, I did get distracted often. The party got way more crowded before it started to slow down, and eventually police came and shut down the party because multiple neighbors complained. So I had to tell everyone to leave except for a select group of my friends. There were about 10 of us left outside by the pool, and these numbers dwindled down until it was just myself and my friend Rob. My uncle told me I can't have anyone sleep over, but honestly I didn't think it would hurt if only Rob stayed over. He was blackout drunk anyway, and would easily just pass out on the couch. I walked him inside, then went back outside to lock both gates, then locked the back door. By the time I got inside, Rob was already sprawled out on the couch in the living room, and any time I'd attempt to talk to him asking if he's asleep already, he'd just make a half-effort groan sound. So I left him there. I checked the bathroom to make sure it wasn't too dirty, and minus a couple empty beer cans on the counter, it wasn't bad. The cleanup wasn't going to be too bad tomorrow with the help of Rob. I went upstairs planning to sleep in one of the many bedrooms, wondering why my uncle was so strict with no one staying over when there's literally 4 extra beds. The 2 fancy stairways in the giant foyer led up to an upstairs balcony that overlooks the foyer, and then a bunch of bedrooms and 2 bathrooms and another living area. I brushed my teeth with my finger in the upstairs bathroom and went right to sleep. I was drunk too, so I fell asleep with ease. I woke up about an hour later feeling really nauseous. I mixed way too many liquors. I had to run to the toilet to puke. After I puked, I walked back out into the upstairs balcony area, and I heard footsteps from down in the foyer. I walked over to the railing of the foyer balcony and looked down. I said, "Rob," and I saw a figure in the darkness below stop moving. I felt like I could see them looking up at me, but with how dark it was in the house, I couldn't see the person's face or any features. I then heard something from the living room downstairs. The sound of snoring. It just dawned on me that the person in the foyer wasn't Rob. I said, "Who is that?" thinking maybe it was just another party guest who maybe passed out somewhere drunk earlier. But they didn't answer. I heard more footsteps from the kitchen area downstairs. My heart started pounding now. I said, "I'm going back to sleep," pretending like I thought they were just party guests, when in reality I was going back to the bedroom to lock the door and call 911 right away. But then I remembered Rob was down there. I had to try to warn him. I called his number and someone picked up. Before saying anything, I said "Rob" at least 3 times. All I heard was breathing on the other end. I hung up the phone and dialed 911 now. And while on the phone and whispering to the 911 operator, the doorknob to the door twisted around, and then there was a light knock on the door. I asked the operator in a whisper if I should say I'm on the phone with the police, and he said no, don't announce my presence. I asked what about my friend Rob, and he paused for a second as if he didn't know what to tell me. Then he said just wait in the room until police arrive. If they think my friend is asleep, they probably wouldn't harm him. I could tell even the operator didn't really know what to do about that, but I figured that was the best option too. At this point, all I could do was wait in the locked room, waiting out the intruders until the police got there. The operator told me police were arriving now, and that they would try the front and back doors. The police were able to enter through the back door, which was left open by whoever the intruders were. Only then was I instructed to go downstairs and meet them. I woke up Rob and explained everything to the police while he listened, still drunk and confused. I searched the house seeing if anything was missing, but it wasn't my house, so I didn't really know what was there beforehand. My uncle's bedroom was locked, and he didn't have many valuables just sitting out in the open. The police searched the entire house before leaving. They said they'd keep an officer on the block for the night, which made me feel a little better. I never told my uncle about this until one day he asked where his Cartier watch was. Apparently it was stolen right from the kitchen drawer by one of the intruders. It was then that I had to tell him the truth, and obviously he was anything but happy. He never asked me to reimburse him for the watch, but he also never allowed me to throw any kinds of events at his house again, and I can't blame him.
Oh my god, no.
There you go.
Thanks.
What is that?
Your soda blew up on me.
What is that?
The soda
What,
just
man?
blew
What's
up.
in there?
What?
Soda didn't blow up.
Yes, it did.
You want another one?
No, I think I'll be okay. I guess that's...
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Not too bad.
Thank you. Do you have ranch and barbecue sauce?
Are you serious?
What was that?
You made a mistake.
This. Can I just get napkins with this?
They're right inside the bag.
Oh, they're already in there? What kind of sauce do you have?
I have fire, mild, and hot.
Okay, I'll take one of each.
It's against the law.
We're just... Oh, okay. Goodbye. Your soda blew up in my
Soda
car.
Yeah, right.
It did, I promise.
Oh, I just told her, I said, shut that door, man. I ain't no way. Oh, that's too bad. Well, at least you're having fun.
Yeah.
You silly guy. You did do that on purpose. You're such a Sally.
Yeah. Oh well.
It's like a...
Green light shining through the fucking window. I don't know what it is. Oh, it's fire.
The fuck? Taylor,
Yeah.
there's a green light shining in my house.
A green light?
Like a laser or like some sort of grant.
No.
That just means something that someone like found, like, I don't know, someone like spying on me or something like that.
Wait, a
I don't
green
know.
laser in your house?
From outside, shining it like someone like a. My brother's saying that someone's shining a light in.
Hmm. Yeah, probably some kid playing with the laser pointer.
Now you know what that means, though. You know what that means, Taylor. Like, it means like someone like is like spy, like knows where you live, like knows like where you live or something like that, or like it happens to, like YouTubers sometimes. Like, it happens to, like YouTubers some, or the like someone found out where they live or something like that. I don't know what's going on.
So, who do you think it could be?
Cops ain't coming out here or anything. Oh, you don't think somebody? All right, no, you're not going out. Okay, lock the door. It's fine. Well, you might want to check on that. Use my headlamp. It's in my cooler. I don't know what the fuck you. My cooler. In my lunchbox, right at the kitchen. Why you going out there? See, now you realize you don't leave the fucking mic off. I told them to bring it in, but I'm not a babysitter. Yeah, I just got tired of policing his bike, so. I'll go open the garage and go get this. Yeah, you'll be fine.
Oh wow! Oops.
No, I guess there was nobody out there, Taylor. I thought somebody was like in the my backyard. Was in our backyard. It was like shining a light or something. Like I don't know if there's anybody. I'm not gonna go like really see if there's somebody really out there.
Time is class. Wait.
You're right.
Oh.
You're right.
Yeah, I know. I'm good. I just went down the wrong tube, you know. Where's the bathroom?
You got it all the way down.
All right, thanks. Oh. Ow. That really hurt, guys. Yes, you didn't hear me. Yes. Hey, man. Do you know where the pizza lounge is at? Oops, it's somewhere around here.
Pizza lounge? I don't know.
Oh. Oh my god!
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, ow.
Hey, when do you guys get to reserve this?
What do you mean? What?
I thought they were like hammock reservations. I was wondering when you guys aren't using it for I can reserve it.
There aren't reservations?
Oh, there aren't? Oh, someone told me there were. I saw a bunch of people in hammocks.
No, you just kind of...
Oh, cheers.
Cheers, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Round two.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot, sorry. Actually, do you mind if you give me a haircut?
A haircut?
Yeah.
I've not...
Oh my god.
Sorry.
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm filling up a jug so I can ask you guys if you, or people around the library if they want water to be filled up.
Oh, that's cool. I was wondering.
Oh, yeah.
I was interested. Didn't know what you were doing.
Oh, yeah.
That's just loud as
Refills? Oh, sorry.
Hello.
No refills? Okay, sorry. I'll check back later.
Would you guys like any water while you're studying?
No, thank you.
Okay.
Did you guys have trouble with this science experiment? Oh, you guys didn't take that class?
No.
Oh,
I have no idea what
oops.
you're talking about.
Sorry.
You're good.
All right, well, see ya.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Hey, I'm going around giving people water. Do you guys need any?
No, I think I'm fine. Thanks.
Don't move. Don't move.
Don't move, bro. Yeah, stop moving. It's your fault.
Don't move. Do not move. Thanks. Did you guys need any? No.
Earn 60.
Just bought a new car. Now, let me give you a quote here. Okay. There's people who have money and there's people who are rich. I am both. So what do you say?
There you are.
Yes. You know, we found the greatest things on our trip to Buenos Aires last summer. We found a vintage Merlot, some leather chaps, and we took home some stallions to Wellington. Just thought I'd share that with you.
Oh, great story.
Thank you.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's quite the life, I must say.
Yeah? Awesome.
Well, thanks. Hey guys, J Stu Studios here, and we are with our good friend.
I have to go.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm on the phone.
Oh, okay.
Is there a problem?
No.
Oh.
Wait, it looked like you were talking.
Beatitude.
What happened?
Did you know that Thanksgiving's coming up? You should be more grateful for others, right?
I'm part Native American, so I'm pretty insulted that the white man stole my land.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
Sorry, I'm on the phone. I didn't. You saying about white people?
No, never mind.
What?
I don't know why you were like acting up today in class. It seemed like you were kind of being like a jerk to me and my what's his name. So I just didn't know why you were being like ungrateful today in class.
I think you're ungrateful.
Say what?
I think you were ungrateful.
Well, it felt kind of like you were being like really rude. So wait, what? Did you want me to call security?
Hey, how's your day been? What's up with the crappy attitude? What's up with the crappy, ungrateful attitude? I mean, your answer is just like the meanest answer anybody could ever give. I mean, what gives? Yeah. Well, that's just. Sorry, what? Oh, I'm on the phone. I apologize. Yeah. Do you need something? No. Okay, sorry. You having a good day today? Yeah. Jeez, you didn't have to yell at me. I was just asking a question.
You're talking on your phone, aren't you?
Say what?
You're talking on your phone.
Yeah, I am. Wait, what?
You came up and stood right next to us and started talking. We
Oh, sorry. No, I can't like talk and walk at the same time for some reason.
No,
so
that's all right.
I feel like you guys were being like really, really rude, and like it just made me feel so uncomfortable.
Who was being rude
So that's
yesterday?
just like, that's my feeling.
Do you
So,
remember who you were talking to that was being rude?
so that's just like yelling at me.
I wasn't yelling at people.
Oh, hold on a second. Say what?
Have you been talking to me this whole time, or have you been talking on the phone?
Oh yeah, I'm just talking with my friend. He was yesterday.
Like,
Oh, my
dude,
bad.
I'm sitting here having a conversation with you.
Oh,
I'm like, I was
whoops.
like, well, I don't think I was rude.
Oh
to you.
no, not you. Yeah, it's my friend, dude.
Hey, what's up? Beautiful day. How's things been going for you? Well, that sounds like a crappy answer. Why don't you be more grateful? What? Sorry, I'm on the phone.
Oh. I'm playing on my phone.
Oh. Did you say? Okay, so yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah. Yeah, what? How come so sad? Hey.
Hope you guys liked the video.
If you love binge watching.
What you're about to hear was the worst night of my life. I went out to a downtown club with my boyfriend and his friends on a Saturday night. My boyfriend and I hadn't been getting along for a while, and at some point in the club we had an argument. I didn't want to be there anymore, so I went outside and called an Uber to pick me up. It was raining that night, so I waited under the awning of a building nearby to the club. A white car pulled up in front of me and stopped. I walked over, and the woman driving rolled down the window. She said, "Uber?" And I said, "Yeah," and then her name. She said, "Yes." So I got in the back seat. I asked, "How are you?" And I'm pretty sure she didn't answer. When I didn't hear a response to my question, I shot a glance up from my phone for a second. The woman had both hands firmly planted on the steering wheel. She was driving in a very stiff, upright position. She also had very curly hair and a somewhat darker skin complexion. She was driving down the street I usually took to get home, only she was going the opposite way. I didn't want to speak up and correct her just yet, because maybe she was taking a different route. The further we went away from my house, though, the more concerned and frustrated I got. Finally, I spoke up and told her she was going the wrong way. She said in a horrible, thick accent, something about how she was going to the highway instead. I knew for a fact the highway wasn't the quicker route, though. Then, my phone vibrated, and I looked down to see the notification from Uber. It said on my screen, "Meet Uber driver now." I opened up the app, and it said my Uber had just arrived at the point I was originally standing
Oh, so that wasn't even
at.
one of
The
the
car I was
wasn't even a
supposed to
tra-
get
that
in
was
was
just
a black
random
Nissan.
person. That was just a random person. Yeah.
At this point, I
Pick him
started
up.
saying in a louder voice to the driver that she wasn't my Uber. I asked her to pull over and let me out. And when she didn't seem to acknowledge me, I started to actually yell and push at her seat. Even though the car was moving, I even tried opening the door, but the child lock was apparently on. After a little more yelling, she finally looked at me through the mirror, then pulled off to the side. The door clicked unlocked, and I got out of the car and walked away from it. My actual Uber driver was calling me, and I picked up, apologizing, asking him to come to my current location. He said he'd be right over. The car pulled up. When I got in the car, I explained everything to him, and he stopped the car, looked at me, and told me I just escaped a sex trafficking trap. There had been reports of multiple fake Ubers going around trying to trick unsuspecting victims into getting into the car to lure them to unknown locations. It was apparently part of a sex trafficking ring, and the drivers were usually female to appear less intimidating to the female victims. I just want to stress to everyone to make sure the car you're getting into is actually your Uber.
Really, that's pretty scary.
Yeah. I've never really used like that type of stuff like Uber. I've never really used it. Have you ever used that? It's kind of like sketchy. I don't know.
I've used it a few times. But yeah, one time the Uber.
No, it could be sketchy though. Like you don't know who it is. Like it could be something like they could have bad intentions.
Yeah, but one time the Uber driver just never came.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But did you have to like pay before they come or something like that?
Yeah.
Or like, oh, she got like ripped off.
Yeah.
How much was it? How much was it?
I think about $30.
$30?
Yeah.
Damn.
One night when I was decently drunk after leaving a bar, I started messaging people on Tinder. Some girl named Alicia had messaged me, so I messaged her back. She answered almost immediately, asking what I was doing that night. I said I was just leaving a bar looking for someone to hang out with. She wrote back, "You should come over and smoke." I said, "Yeah, send me your address." She sent back her address promptly. It seemed like the quickest, easiest, most ideal Tinder match a guy could ask for on a Saturday night. I called for an Uber to drop me off at that address. The driver pulled up in his Honda, and I got in the front seat. Usually I would get in the back seat, but I was decently drunk and feeling extra social. The driver seemed cool. I was honest with him about where I was going, telling him I was about to meet a girl from Tinder. He laughed and said nice, and started going on about his stories meeting girls as an Uber driver and such. On the way there, I asked Alicia for her number, and she gave it to me. I started texting her, and she gave normal answers. When we got to the house, the driver said the house seemed familiar to him. Had to admit it did look a little sketchy since there were no cars in the driveway and the lights were off. He told me to be careful. I thanked him and said goodbye, and he drove away down the block and stopped near the end, I'm guessing setting up his next ride. I walked up to the house and tried to ring the bell, but I didn't hear a bell from the inside, so I knocked on the door. Then I tried calling Alicia. It went to voicemail after one ring, but she texted me right after saying it's open, come inside. Then there was a knock at the window, which almost gave me a heart attack. I looked at the window, and even though there were no lights on inside, I saw the blind was slightly lifted, and someone was waving their hand on the other side of the window. Before I tried the door, a number not saved on my phone started calling me. I assumed it was Alicia, so I picked up.
Oh no.
But instead of hearing the voice of a girl, I heard the familiar voice of my Uber driver. He ordered me in a very concerned voice to walk away from the house right now. I then saw the Uber driver's car pull back up in front of the house. He told me to get back in the car. I hung up the phone and listened to him. As soon as I got in the car, he drove away from the house and told me that the house was vacant. In just the previous month, someone had been lured into that house, robbed, and murdered. It was a story that likely could have been similar to my own when I stepped into that house. It was a lot for me to take in.
Got killed
I thanked that Uber driver the
insane.
best I
He
could,
got killed.
and even
He
took his
lured in.
number because he was so cool and I couldn't appreciate him enough. The next morning when I was
That's
sober,
crazy.
this was even more disturbing to think about. It was a Monday night, a slower night for an Uber driver, especially in our bum-ass town. So when a trip request popped up on my screen, I jumped
I mean,
on
you
it.
could probably get killed if like.
I was picking up a guy
I wouldn't
named
want to
John.
do an Uber at night.
I
though.
drove
feel like
across the
it'd be
neighborhood
worse
to a
at
corner
night.
liquor store that was closed at this hour.
That's when like
There
somebody
were
could
two
like,
young
kill you or
guys
something.
waiting on the corner, and when I pulled up to the
Like
curb,
rob you
they
or
got in
I
the
don't know,
car.
do something. Just
I
lure you in.
confirmed
Like,
John's name to make sure he was who I was picking up. Then I started heading to their destination. The two whispered to each other, and it was a little odd. I looked at the rearview mirror every once in a while, and every time I did, they would both notice and look back at me. I kept trying not to look, but I found myself accidentally doing it over and over. I asked them where they were headed. Neither of them answered. I figured they didn't hear me because the back window was open and there was wind noise. So I asked again. This time one of them yelled Harris Avenue. It didn't answer the main point of my question, which was to be polite and make small talk. But it did let me know these two were not exactly people I wanted in my car. I felt my big toe press a bit harder on the gas instinctively, just knowing I wanted to get there sooner. We got to the street, but the apparent address they wanted me to pull up to was some rundown storefront with a group of guys in front. I slowed down and asked if this was it. I turned around to face them, and saw they were both wearing masks now, similar to the masks from the movie The Purge. I felt something press up against the back of my shoulder. I assumed it was a gun. They told me pull up to where the guys were outside. I did so, and 3 big guys also wearing masks came up to my window, demanding my wallet. I gave it to them without hesitation, and the 2 guys in the back seat got out. The 5 masked men all together walked away from my car, one of them kicking at my door while passing. I drove away and reported it to Uber, who said they'd get in contact with the authorities. It turned out the info used on that John person's account was all fake, and he was using a stolen credit card. I lost $250, my IDs, and countless cards in my wallet, but I'm just happy I escaped with my life. After leaving a friend's Super Bowl party, I called an Uber to drive me home. When I got in the Uber, there was a guy in a baseball hat sitting in the back seat. I didn't say anything to acknowledge it, I just said hi to the driver. I figured I must have called an Uber pool instead of just a regular Uber. I didn't care though. We got to my house, I got out of the car and shut the door. I heard a second door shut on the other side though. When the car drove away, I saw the guy who had been sitting next to me in the baseball hat, standing in the street, facing in my direction, but his head down so that his hat was covering his face. I said,
Why does it look? It looks creepy when I smile, like in the dark. It's just like dark. It's like creepy, kind of. You should do that, Taylor. Like do like a weird, like just like a big like it's just like dark.
Yeah.
Turn the light off, Taylor, and try doing that. Like it's kind of like it looks creepy in a way. I don't know. It's kind of like weird. Yeah, see, it's like kind of like creepy.
Oh. Yeah.
What's going on? He started to walk away. Still, I knew something was going on. So instead of walking to my house, I started walking around the block. I saw the man on the opposite sidewalk across the street walking in my same direction. When there was an intersection in the street, I turned. When I saw he did the same thing, I ran. When I saw he started to run too, the adrenaline kicked in, and I sprinted faster than I'd ever ran in my life. I ran faster than him, and when I made it to my house, I ran to the backyard before he could possibly see where I went. Then I went into the house. I called the Uber driver at once, and he told me the guy next to me said he knew the next guy the Uber driver would be picking up, which ended up being me. The driver had his info, so he said he would report the guy. I don't know what happened because I never called or texted the Uber driver again. I also don't know why exactly that guy would be targeting people getting out of Ubers, but it definitely taught me to be more cautious with Uber rides.
That's creepy.
Do you support
The website usually peaked on weekend nights, and when we were like 14, we didn't really do much on weekend nights.
Yeah. By the way, Taylor earlier that you made there's like a McDonald's near him. That was like a Ronald McDonald sits on the like the roof of the McDonald's. They said he was gonna prank call McDonald's. Say, hey, can I talk to Ronald? Like, we might do that where we do a prank call stream. That'd be kind of like just prank calls in a few different places.
Yeah, that'd
like
be
some
pretty
fast
funny.
food places or like just like businesses. You think we should do that there? That would be fun. I think that'd be funny. That'd be like fun to do.
Yeah, well, I'm not really sure if it's legal though.
Yeah. I don't think it's because of too much wrong. It's just it's like I'm not gonna go too far or nothing like that. Just kind of like small stuff.
So
wait, have you ever used? Wait, I think this is like Omegle or something like that. That's the site you call Omegle. Wait, have you ever used that site?
Yeah, I've used it.
It was like, no, it was like people like kind of some like pedals on there. It's like some pedals on a lot of pedals and like weird on that site.
Yeah.
So I had my friend Peter over, and we hopped on chat roulette. It was just my mom home, so we went upstairs with the laptop where we could be as loud as we wanted. We acted like two idiotic 14-year-olds, basically being mean and rude to anyone we saw. So basically on chat roulette, you'd press go, and it would match you with someone else, anyone else using their webcam. Some girl who appeared to be a couple years older than us popped up. Her camera quality wasn't the best, and she was sitting in a dark room with a blue light filling a decent amount of it. I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritty tiny details over what Peter and I said to her, but we acted like douchey, mean teenage boys to be frank. Then Peter said, "Who is that behind you?" I suddenly looked beyond the girl to see what he was talking about. I didn't see anyone, so I caught on that he was joking. She seemed to know he was messing with her right away too, saying something along the lines of us being little dweebs. Peter insisted to the girl he was being serious, and I played along with it. The girl turned around, and like the two of us, she didn't see anyone behind her. All I could see behind her was the rest of the room, which appeared to be a mess, and her bed tucked in the corner of the room. Peter said there was someone hiding behind her bed. I looked at Peter, trying to hold in the laughter and make it seem like I was seeing what he was seeing too. Then I finally noticed someone in the background, by the back wall of the girl's room. He was coming out from behind the bed, seemingly trying to be inconspicuous. My smile disappeared as I then realized Peter wasn't joking around. I started telling her that someone was actually sneaking up behind her. Realistically, I assumed it was her brother or something messing with her, trying to scare her.
No.
So I said that.
No way.
I said, "It looks like your brother is trying to scare you."
It's a random person.
She finally turned around, and her reaction was not what I was expecting at all. She screamed at the top of her lungs and jumped back out from her chair onto the desk, crawling backwards while frantically kicking her feet at the person approaching her. I could hear the sounds of books and other items falling from her desk as she kicked and screamed. Her webcam started to shake, as all we could see of her was her legs. The person in her room got in arm's reach of her, and now we could see a black mask over his face. He grabbed the girl and kept screaming, "Shut up," and her screams only got worse.
That's insane. Oh
Peter
my
and I were
gosh.
silent now, simply staring.
You just like
not
see
knowing what
that
to
at
make
first.
of
You
this.
just like see.
The man then looked into the webcam from behind his black mask for a second, and a few seconds later, the screen went dark, and we connected to another random person. Peter and I looked at each other. We closed out from the website and sat there to talk and take that in.
Probably just witnessed somebody get like killed or something like that. They just witnessed that girl get killed or something, or get like stabbed or something.
Yeah, who do you think it is though? Is it like an intruder or a bad family member?
Probably an intruder.
For a second. We agreed it was possible it could have been a prank, A lot of people on YouTube at the time played pranks on people on chat roulette to get some crazy reactions.
Maybe,
It looked real. Almost
kinda crazy,
too real
though.
to be a performance. Well, a few days later, I got a text from Peter. It was a link to a news article about a teenage girl who had been murdered while home alone a few days back.
Oh my god.
We told our parents because we wanted to be able to give a description of what happened to the police. So our parents coordinated a time for us to sit down with the two investigators to explain everything we
That's
saw.
crazy. Like,
We said we were on chat roulette with a blonde girl who looked either 16 or 17, and that some average-sized looking man wearing a black ski mask emerged from a back corner of her room and started to attack her on camera, but only for so long until he turned off the computer. We gave the best description we could. Whether they believed us or not, or whether the information helped or not, was something we honestly never found out.
Oh, yeah. If that guy's a
One
professional
winter night
criminal,
when I was 17,
then he's probably
I came
gonna
up with
go
the brilliant
after
idea.
those two kids next. Yeah, because
Yeah.
he'll probably try to silence them.
yeah.
Of exploring the deep web after hearing all the craze about it. Everybody and their mother was claiming how the deep web was some dangerous, crazy part of the internet that nobody should ever go to. Others said these people didn't know what they were talking about, and that the deep web is actually extremely boring and uninteresting. I wanted to do some browsing out of curiosity. I needed to download a special web browser called Tor, which allowed you to visit websites ending with the .onion domain. When I had the browser, I didn't know where or how to start, so I googled where to start on the deep web, and that gave me a page full of archived links to the deep web. The page scrolled down forever. There must have been thousands of links. I finally decided to click on one. It was a .onion link that led to another archive of links. It took a while to load, but there I was, on another page of probably thousands of links. Only the background to this page was now black, and the links were red. I scrolled down until I found a link to a chat room. This also took forever to load, but I think it was called Backdoor Fire Chat or something. I put in a quick username, ABC1234, and I was entered into the chat. There appeared to be only 3 people in the chat, but messages from hours, even days before, were still in the chat log. Most of the messages people left were links. Hardly anyone had been saying what the links led to, though. One of the other users, whose username was something ominous like username 157 or something, said something directed to me. He asked what I was looking for. I thought for a second, then typed out, "I'm looking for the darker part of the deep web." He didn't say anything for a minute. Then he posted a link. He didn't say what the link was to, so I asked. I waited another minute for him to respond, but instead he apparently signed out from the chat so that it was just me and one other person. So I clicked on the link, and I swear it had to have taken at least 2 minutes for the page to finally load. It was an unlabeled website with a black background and a banner at top with a picture of a living room with a red satanic symbol drawn on the table. All the text seemed to be written in some weird language. It seemed to be Hebrew characters. There were also a bunch of buttons, also written in whatever language this was at the top of the page. I clicked one of the middle buttons, and after a long loading time, a black chat room took over the screen. Messages with more of the Hebrew or whatever language filled the chat room. In one of the messages, though, 2 words stuck out that were written in text I could actually read. The words were my first and last name. I tried to exit the chat, but my mouse started to lag. Then the other user in the chat room posted a picture of my face. It was clearly taken just now through my webcam.
Oh.
Then he sent another and another. Constant pictures showing my horrified face basically frame by frame. I tried moving the mouse and clicking out of the browser.
They have
but it was
access
frozen,
to his
and my
computer.
computer just kept making the error noise as more messages I couldn't read were sent, as well as more pictures of my face. I pressed down the power button on the laptop for like 10 seconds, and it finally turned off. Even turning off the laptop seemed to take longer than usual. My heart was still racing though, and I still had goosebumps. I left my computer off for 12 hours and put a post-it note over my webcam from there on. I also deleted Tor and never visited the dark web again.
Why would you even go on there in the first place? I don't even know why would you even go on there.
Remember that little feature on the original Nintendo DS called PictoChat? It was like a little chat room you could join with anyone else using a DS within a certain range. My house is right down the block from the town street in our neighborhood, what with all the pubs and festivities and such. When I was 12, the Nintendo DS was really in its prime, especially the Pokemon games. There was a spot in town down the block from me, tucked between a couple stores with a few benches that I'd walk to all the time to meet up with my friend Carl, so that we could battle in Pokemon usually.
I still have one. I haven't played in like a few years, I think, though, but I still have one. My favorite game is like Super Mario 64, the DS. My favorite game on there.
Well, I've never had any of those.
All the Super Mario games?
DS.
Oh, you never? Oh, I thought you had one.
No.
Oh, you just know?
Yeah,
you never had one?
I've seen some. I've seen some people bring it to school and play it though.
Oh, when you're younger and stuff?
Yeah.
Wait, did you ever have it? You ever had any game systems, Taylor?
Yeah. Well, I've had some plug-and-play games. But yeah, usually I just play on the Xbox 360 and now just on computers.
Oh, you just play on my computer?
Yeah.
Thinking about the things we should do that day. When I walked back to the lounge area where I left my laptop, I got a sickly feeling when I realized it wasn't there anymore.
Why would you leave your laptop
to ask her if
just
she'd
sitting
seen
there?
anyone leave the lounge area with a laptop.
In like an open area.
She apologized
Kinda
and said she hadn't seen
You
anyone.
didn't know not to do that.
I asked her to check
Where's
the
the
cameras,
microphone?
to which she responded with there not being any cameras in the lounge area, and that she was also not in control of the footage that the cameras caught. She would have to get in contact with her manager, who was not working that day. She offered I submit a lost or stolen property form. I was absolutely disgusted with the service, and planned on having a word with the manager the next day. I had no choice but to go back to our room and angrily vent to my girlfriend. She tried calming me down, saying there was nothing we could do about it, and that it was best we just go out and enjoy the vacation I was paying for. As angry as I was, I had to accept that she had a point. We both turned off notifications on our phones so we wouldn't be distracted, something we usually did on vacation. Then we went out and explored a great amount of the city, did a little bar hopping, then got back to our hotel late at night. It wasn't until we finally crashed into bed that I opened my phone to check for new emails and texts and such, since I couldn't do that on my laptop now. When I was going through my email, I realized every single email I'd received that day was opened. This included emails from work and a couple relatives. I started to panic because I knew how much delicate information I had in not just my email account, but my whole computer, which was signed in when I left it. I basically had all my personal information saved on that computer, including home address, phone numbers, personal pictures, passwords, credit card info, bank account info.
Literally everything.
I was a fool for leaving it unattended to for even a minute.
Oh my gosh.
I immediately changed all the passwords to my emails and other important accounts. That didn't matter for what was about to come, though. After opening my Messages app to check my texts since I hadn't been all day, I noticed text from an unknown number. It was a bunch of pictures that were saved on my computer. Bad, personal pictures that I wouldn't ever want anyone to see. Then there were pictures I didn't remember taking, pictures of a hotel hallway and a hotel door. It was our hotel door. There was also a picture of me standing at the front desk talking to the lady about my missing laptop. It was taken from behind the glass door at the entrance of the hotel. Under all of the pictures was a text.
Was taking a picture of him?
I have all of your info, including your address and your current hotel room. This was sent using an untraceable phone number. Don't bother contacting the police. The rest of the message basically demanded I pay a certain amount of Bitcoin to a specific Bitcoin wallet address, or else. It literally said or else. I'm not even fabricating this. I didn't know what else to do besides show my girlfriend the messages, as well as the embarrassing pictures. She started to panic more than me, and she honestly just made me even more tense. I left the room to go to the bathroom to think. He was asking for $1,000 worth of Bitcoin, but even if I paid that, I had no reassurance that this person wouldn't share those pictures or keep my laptop or do God knows whatever.
I mean, yeah,
else
is he even going to definitely get his laptop
I decided
back?
I wouldn't pay the ransom. My girlfriend agreed with my decision when I went back to bed. Of course, I was not tired at all anymore, neither was my girlfriend. We sat up, leaning on the headboard of the bed, talking, thinking, and worrying for a couple hours. Then there was a knock at the window of our hotel room. We both gasped, while my girlfriend more so let out a short scream. I turned off the lamp so that whoever was out there couldn't see in. I also shut the shade completely. I didn't bother trying to look out there to see who it was. I assured my girlfriend we were safe, though. She whispered we should call the cops or inform the front desk. I told her we would if the problem persisted. I then told her to go to sleep. Meanwhile, I stood in the middle of the room watching over her, while also looking back at the window. I got a text. I looked at my phone, and it said, "I'm looking into your room right now. I'm not playing games." Then there was another knock at the window. I decided to just grow a pair for a couple seconds and open the shade to see who was out there. I pulled the shade open. I couldn't see who it was, but there was someone standing on the other side of the glass looking in. My girlfriend screamed. I told her shh as I pulled it back shut. We packed our things and went to the front desk, telling the lady about the whole situation and requesting another room on one of the upper level floors. She said she would alert the authorities and gave us a room card to another room on the 3rd floor. For the rest of the night, we slept close together. Well, I didn't sleep. I was awake all night waiting for a knock at the door. Morning came and the manager was in. So she took a look at the footage from the previous night. And of course, some guy with a baseball cap covering 90% of his face went into the lounge as soon as I left it to get coffee, then walked out with my laptop. There was only one camera that actually caught the man in the act. She said she would forward all video footage with that man over to the police. We were out of there. I blocked the number that was texting me. I had to accept defeat, but I didn't want to think about it anymore. There was nothing I could do about where those pictures would end up or some random person having my address. I canceled my credit cards and changed my passwords. There wasn't much else that creep could do. However, what really motivated me to share this story with the internet was the fact that 3 days ago, I got a letter in the mail without a return address. It was addressed to me, and it was a short, straight-to-the-point note saying, "I hope you haven't forgotten. I have all of your information still." It was a horrible reminder that someone out there with bad intentions has not only my address, but my pictures, my phone number, and my name. I've been sleeping with one eye open these past few nights. If anything happens, I will update.
Oh, that's crazy.
There was a time a few months ago that my good
Might as
friend
well-
Ashley lost
might
her
as well
phone.
move then.
I'm her best guy friend.
Change your
So
name.
she hit me up on her sister's phone when she realized that whoever had her phone was reading her messages but not responding. I practically reprimanded her for not having a password on her phone. I suggested using Find My iPhone, but she didn't even have that enabled for whatever reason. I met up with her and decided to text her number. I sent a text saying, "Please return my friend's lost phone." Within seconds, it said the person read my text, but they didn't respond. So a minute later, I sent a more aggressive follow-up text. I said, "We can see that you're reading our messages. If you don't respond, we will brick the phone, track it, and it will be useless to you. Please return it now." The person read it right away and said, "Good luck." This infuriated me.
Good luck.
I tried to respond, but apparently the person turned off the phone. There wasn't anything we could do now. She had Find My iPhone off, so we couldn't even report it as lost. I tried to make her feel better and took her out for dinner. When we got back to her house, a light upstairs was on and the garage door was open. "Are your parents home?" I asked her.
Oh no.
"Maybe," she said. but they weren't supposed to be back from their trip until the next day.
Someone's in the house.
We went in through the garage door, and she pressed the button to close it. Then we went from the den to the living room, and she called out for her parents. One of the doors upstairs shut. We could see and hear it. The way her house is arranged allows you to see some of the doors upstairs from the living room. The door wasn't shut forcefully, though. It was shut quietly and softly. Ashley looked at me, and I could see fear in her expression. I told her wait there, I'd go upstairs and check. So I went slowly up the stairs, down the little walkway, got to the door, looked down at Ashley one more time, then opened it. The room was dark now. I looked for the light switch in the room, but couldn't find it. So I said to Ashley, "Where's the light switch?" Then she screamed, "Oh my God." She said that she had her address and the code to the garage saved on her phone. It took me a second to put together what she was implying, when just then, someone grabbed my arm from inside the room and tried pulling me in. I screamed and tugged away from the grip. I started to slam the door over and over on the arm that was pulling at me, eventually getting them to let go. I heard grunting on the other side. I must have done some damage.
Donate plasma today and receive up to $700 your first month.
Run as I came down the stairs.
The
front door was only a few
number?
feet away, so we got out safely. We got into my car and I called the cops right away. We sat in front of the house in my car the whole time, making sure whether to know he left the house or not. The light upstairs turned on, and 5 seconds later, whoever it was walked to the window and just stood there for a while. Couldn't tell what he was looking at, nor could we see any facial features, but I did snap at least 10 pictures to show the police when they were to arrive. Then, the guy just walked away from the window and the light shut off. Minutes later, 2 cop cars with their lights on came speeding down the road and stopped in front of the house. I showed them the pictures before they entered the house, and we waited in my car. The cops were in there a long time. They did a seriously thorough investigation of the house. They came back out to assure us it was safe to go back in. We thought for sure they would be able to track the phone now that it was used as part of a crime, but to our surprise, they said there really wasn't anything they could do without Find My iPhone enabled, or the phone actually being on for that matter. All they said we could and should do was change the code for the garage lock. I had to figure out how to do that for her, but still after that, I let Ashley sleep in my house that night. And when her parents got back the next day, she felt a lot safer. She got a new phone the next day, and we never pursued finding her stolen phone any further.
But now that guy still knows where you live.
Yes, yeah,
March 8th, 2019, on a Friday night. Me and 5 of my college buddies had a little night out. Not anything crazy, we just got dinner at some nice restaurant, then we hit a dive bar in the same block. We got a few drinks, played darts, and within a couple hours we were out. It wasn't until we left the bar that I realized my pockets were feeling kind of light. I checked both of my pockets and realized I didn't have my phone. I told my friends to wait as I ran back inside to look for it.
Really scary.
I checked the
Like,
seats
you
at the
don't
bar,
even know where your phone
the
is at
area by
all.
the dartboard. I even asked the bartender. He hadn't seen it though.
Or even
a
like
couple
your
of my
computer,
friends came
you just
in,
like
and I asked
lose
one of
your
them to
computer.
call my number, but quickly realizing that was kind of pointless and a loud.
That's more
crowded
harder to
bar.
lose than like
I asked the bartender to
phone's
please
more
call my
easier to
number
lose.
if my phone were to turn up.
It's small.
Sadly, I knew that was wishful thinking. We traced back to the restaurant to check the table we sat at, and I asked the staff if they had any missing phones. None. So it was safe to assume my phone was taken by someone at this point. But I still remained hopeful that maybe the bar or restaurant would call me the next day. That night, when I got home, I started cleaning myself up, getting ready for bed. For some reason, it took me that long to remember I could just use that Find My iPhone feature. I would have to sign into iCloud on my computer to use it. But when I was all signed in and everything, that little map came up on the screen. I was confused when the phone was showing up as right above my house. For a second, I felt excited, like maybe I had the phone on me the whole time.
No.
I checked the pockets of the jeans I was
They're
wearing,
on like the
but it
rough
wasn't
or
there.
something.
I had no
must
other
be like the-
pockets. And I knew
Some of them were rough or
1000% I
something?
had my phone with me at some point in the restaurant. So, how could it be at my house? Maybe someone left it at my front door. So I went outside and checked the stoop and the mailbox. It wasn't there either. Either way, it was insanely late and I was exhausted. As long as it said my phone was currently at my house, I figured I'd find it in the morning and figure out what happened. So after coming back inside the house, I did one last loop around the house, turning off all the lights and going upstairs. I sleep with the door open because I live alone.
Oh no.
At some point, before finally climbing into bed, I heard a rattle from downstairs. It sounded like the pots and pans rack being banged into.
No.
I tiptoed downstairs. I saw that there was a light on down there somewhere. The light was leaking ever so slightly into the living room. I got to the kitchen and no one was in there, but for half a second I could see the light from my sunroom on. It turned off just as soon as I noticed it. I walked through the kitchen to the glass door that led to the adjacent sunroom. I would have to walk inside of there to turn the light on, and there was no way I was about to do that. So I just went as close to the door as possible and looked inside. I came close to screaming out loud when I could make out two figures standing in the darkness that was my sunroom. They were both standing nearly identically the same way, arms and legs kind of spaced out from their bodies to give an overall wider appearance to their stature. It seemed as though they had their backs to me, as I couldn't see their faces, only blackness, which I assumed was their hair. I ran to grab the kitchen phone to call 911. I reported a break-in, so the operator said there would be police arriving shortly, who would sneak up to the house, find the point of entry for the intruders, and apprehend them. The operator said the police would call me if they needed to, and asked me to hide in a closet and wait there until I heard the police downstairs. Then she told me to hang up and stay as quiet as possible. Waiting in that closet felt like it was taking centuries, mostly because of the tension of waiting in silence and motionlessness, expecting and dreading hearing any kind of noise. And actually, I did. I heard loud clonking footsteps coming from downstairs. They were coming up the stairs. They got louder and closer. Pretty soon they were near to the outside of the bedroom, but I never heard them enter the bedroom. I heard doors opening, doors to every room upstairs, until finally the door to the bedroom I was in opened. I balled up as little as possible in the corner of the closet, tucked under a blanket.
Why wouldn't you have the door locked?
The closet door opened, and I felt my heart in my
Why would the door
throat at this
locked?
point. I did my best not to move, even though I felt my life flashing.
Right?
before
Wouldn't you
my
make
eyes.
sure the door's locked?
The door to the closet shut.
Like I
heard
would
footsteps
not
leaving
want
the
to have the door open.
Then I heard two pairs of footsteps go downstairs. I felt it was finally safe to move and breathe. After a few minutes of silence, the next sounds I heard were the voices of police officers yelling downstairs. I jumped out from the closet and rushed down to them. They entered through the sunroom, actually, apparently the same way the intruders did. There were a total of 4 police officers in my house. The 2 intruders seemed to be gone, which was no surprise, one of the officers said. Usually the intruders would be out of the house before the cops arrive. So one of them had a notepad in hand and was taking down notes for my description of the whole night. They even took down the specific details of my phone and reported it as a lost item to somehow help with the case. After that, the cops left, but assured me there would be a car patrolling the area all night. The next day, I found my phone left on the kitchen counter. I figured they must have left it to avoid being tracked any further, because it was useless to them. My 2 friends joked around that the 2 intruders were simply trying to return my phone and that I should find them and thank them.
What?
Nothing has happened since, but it's hardly been a month.
How
So I'm
would that
still
make
kind of
any
uneasy
sense?
about sleeping in this house.
Thank them. Thank them for returning your phone.
Yeah.
And they allowed me to invite a limited amount of friends over to have a pool party in the backyard. I was excited and quite surprised that my parents trusted that I would be responsible enough to have a small party, promising no alcohol, no loud music, and to send everyone home at a reasonable hour, as to not disturb the neighbors. I proceeded to call 6 of my best friends and let them know about the pool party, inviting them over the following evening with a limit of 1 guest per person.
Every month, this Airbnb pays me in
Everyone replied almost instantly, totally down to come over, asking if they should bring over snacks and drinks. Remembering what my parents said, I ignored their conditions and allowed my friends to bring alcohol. The following night at around 8 p.m., almost all of my friends who I invited showed up with their bathing suits and plenty of alcohol. My friends took turns playing music on my Bluetooth speaker. They all brought their girlfriends or guy friends that were all acquaintances of mine, totaling 13 people including me. I started the backyard fire pit, and we started drinking, laughing, making idle chit-chat, and some of my friends decided to go into the pool. Most of my friends jumped in off the diving board, and I sat by the fire watching them splash, pick their girlfriends up, slam them in the pool, and have a good time in their now drunken state. Almost 2 hours passed, and I remember what my parents said about allowing guests to stay late. It was now approximately 10:30 p.m., and most of my friends were still in the pool listening to music, and occasionally coming out for snacks and more booze. Myself in a rather drunken state, I kind of lost track of time. I went inside of my house for a few moments to grab another beer, when I heard leaves rustling from the bushes on the side of my property. Now keep in mind, my house is gated and has security cameras all around, so I didn't get too suspicious and I didn't think much of the sounds, figuring some of my friends may have made their way to the front of the house to either make out with their girlfriends or get ready to go home. At that point, it was already 11:30 p.m., and I completely failed to adhere to all my parents' rules, which actually made me feel a little guilty. I went back outside with snacks and drinks and told everyone that it was almost time to end our evening. 10 out of the 12 of my guests were still in the pool screaming and horsing around, while the 2 others went missing. When I realized this, I went back inside, walked around the house, and heard laughing and moaning from upstairs in one of the guest bedrooms. Assuming that one of my friends snuck upstairs with his girlfriend to hook up and whatnot, I don't need to give an explanation. I was too drunk and lazy at the time to go upstairs and tell them it's time to leave. But before I returned to the backyard to finally close up shop, I heard blood-curdling screams come from the pool. I ran outside to find my pool filled with blood on the surface, with my friends screaming that one of their girlfriends was swimming, and felt an arm tug them down, and must have had a knife cut them on their leg. All of a sudden, an unfamiliar face, a guy probably in his late 20s, with long, scraggly hair, a scruffy beard, tall with a couple tattoos on his body, emerged from the pool and ran out in a pair of fatigue cargo shorts and bolted to the front of the house. A few of the guys tried to chase after him, but they couldn't find where he went. We all panicked and took my friend's girlfriend and went inside the house, with a couple from upstairs hustling downstairs to see what the commotion was. I locked the doors while calling 911 requesting an ambulance. When the police and paramedics came to my house, they took the injured girl into the ambulance, and the rest of my friends left the house, confused and shaken up by the events that just took place. The police and I went to review the security footage, and lo and behold, when I heard that rustling in my bushes, there was the guy, who somehow made it over my gate undetected, went to the side of the house and casually blended in, and went into the pool with the rest of the guests. Stupid me didn't think of checking the surveillance system. Too drunk and concerned about my friends having a good time, that I irresponsibly let an intruder enter my parents' property undetected. I gave the footage to the police, but to this day, they were never alike to identify the intruder. And of course, when my parents returned, they found out what transpired, scolded me, and never allowed me to have a party in the house again. I was once invited to a pool party when I was 17. One of the more popular kids in our school was throwing a high school graduation pool party one weekend where his parents wouldn't be home. The kid's name was Daryl, and he had a huge backyard with a nice in-ground pool perfect for pool parties, though most of us have big yards where we live because we're in a less congested town. I wasn't close with Daryl, so I hitched a ride with a couple friends who knew him better. When the 3 of us stepped into his backyard, it was packed. was actually impressive how many kids were there.
Yeah.
I'd say at least a quarter of the entire grade was at this party. We wanted to say hi to Daryl because it would be the right thing to do coming into his party. We asked a couple kids we knew if they'd seen him. They said they hadn't seen him for a while now. So we asked others and got similar responses. We soon realized nobody seemed to know where Daryl was. Maybe he was in his house with a girl or something. So we just went about our own business. We played beer pong, people splashed around the pool, and the night became a daze overall. I didn't jump in the pool because I didn't bring a bathing suit and I just didn't want to get wet. Throughout the night, I would hear other kids screaming, "Where's Daryl?" It seemed others were trying to find him because it was weird he hadn't been seen for nearly 2 hours. Me and the two friends I came with joined a little circle of people talking about how Daryl hadn't been answering his text for a couple hours. Still, people were just chalking it up to maybe him being upstairs with a girl. Who knew? It was his party after all. Anyway, some more time passed and I had to go to the bathroom. There were a bunch of people inside the house, and there was actually a line for the bathroom. I opened a door in the hallway and it led to the basement. My house had a bathroom in the basement, so I figured there was a chance this one did as well. I turned on the light in the basement and walked down. I started looking for a bathroom. There were only 2 doors down there though. The first one led to a closet. There was another door on the other side of the basement. It was shut, so I went over to it and tried the doorknob. It was locked. I knocked on the door. There was no answer. The thing about this lock though, it seemed I would be able to pick it unlocked simply using my fingernail. So I did just that. I knocked again before opening the door. I was expecting to see a bathroom, but instead I saw a big pitch black room. It seemed to be a boiler room. However, there was the faintest little yellow light emanating from what appeared to be some kind of boiler machine in the far corner of the room. And in that light, I could see a person, surely a person, standing right in the back of the room. My heart dropped when I saw the person duck down behind something. I thought, what if that was Daryl? I looked for the light switch and found it. It was one of those hanging switches that you pull down. I turned the lights on and went over to where I saw the person hide. The room was cluttered with tables and a washer and dryer machine, so the walking space was kind of arranged in a circle. I got to where I saw the person not even 20 seconds earlier. I saw Daryl laying on the floor in a bloody mess, apparently passed out. I looked back up to the door to the boiler room when I heard footsteps coming from that direction. There was someone rushing out the doorway, but for a split second they looked back and I instantly recognized the face of a kid named Todd from our grade. He was a very quiet kid that creeped out a large amount of people in our grade. Instead of calling the cops and tending to Daryl, I ran upstairs hoping to catch up to Todd to make sure there were other witnesses to his presence there that night. I made it upstairs to the hallway and started to scream for people's attention. Everyone who was in the living room came to look and could see Todd rushing out the front door. They saw him. They were now witnesses to his being there. I told them all to come downstairs and see what he did. I would have considered rushing to tackle him, but I didn't know what weapons he had on him. When we all got downstairs, we saw multiple stab wounds in Daryl's legs. First thing we did was call 911 for police and an ambulance. Daryl was rushed to the hospital, while at least 10 people vouched for me when I saw a kid in our grade named Todd at the scene of the crime. That same night, police apparently raided Tom's house and he was arrested. I'm pretty sure he's still in jail. Not sure if they got him for attempted murder or what. Daryl is fine now, but everyone believes that Todd did what he did out of jealousy of Daryl's popularity. Todd didn't seem to have any friends in school and would often be picked on by kids in Daryl's friend group. I'm not saying Todd was justified at all, but it's scary what bullying can drive some people to do. When I bought my first house, I had a pool party on a Friday. It was supposed to be my housewarming party. I had a few of my closest friends over. Everyone drank a bunch, and a few hours later, people were on their way out. A couple friends were a little too drunk for me to allow them to drive home, so I offered them spots on the couches to sleep. I'll call those two friends Rob and Dan for the brief mentions they'll get in the story. By the time I went upstairs to brush my teeth and get ready for bed, I thought both Rob and Dan had already passed out on the couches downstairs. When I got into my room to change into my pajamas, I heard a splash in the pool in my backyard. I actually muttered to myself, "What the hell are they doing?" I went to the window to look out to the pool, and in the pool was one of them just standing in there. I was pissed because I knew there were no more towels outside, and now they'd have to bring their drunk asses in dripping all over my carpets downstairs. I opened the window and called out to whichever of them it was to get the hell out of the pool. Then, they turned their head to look up at my window. I had to squint my eyes because I couldn't tell if it was Rob or Dan. Whichever it was wearing a black shirt in the pool. I couldn't remember who was wearing what from earlier, to be honest. But whoever it was, they just had a staring contest with me. Like, for over 10 seconds, whoever it was just looked up at my window at me. I had grown impatient with them, so I went downstairs with my shoes on. But I froze at the bottom step when I saw both Rob and Dan fast asleep on either couches in my living room. My next course of action was running to the kitchen to grab the biggest kitchen knife from my knife holder and running outside. I turned the backyard light on before I went out so I could see. The pool was now empty. I walked to the edge of the deck to the pool and stopped. I looked into the pool, making sure no one was hiding at the bottom. Then I looked out to the further depths of my backyard, by the trees and bushes. In one of my trees, I was 90% sure I saw someone sitting on one of the thicker, lower branches.
What?
Even with the knife in my hand, I was still way too scared to go out there and confront the situation. I went
Someone's
back in
sitting
my
on
house,
the
locked
tree?
the door, and shut the blind on the door. I sat in the living room on the ottoman, feeling slight comfort being next to both Rob and Dan, even though they were asleep. I sat there just thinking and shaking when I heard this. A tapping at the sliding door to the backyard. I woke up Rob and Dan now, asking the two to check the yard with me. They came to the door, took one peek outside, and when they didn't see anything, they said ignore it and go back to sleep. It was the worst reaction I could have expected from them. Someone I didn't know was out there playing some kind of fucked up game with me, and it was honestly terrifying me. I stayed up that whole night, checking my window every few minutes just to make sure no one was in my pool. I didn't actually go to sleep until the sun started coming up. By the time I woke up, my friends were already gone. I texted each of my friends who came over to confirm they weren't out there messing with me or whatever. I then went to the backyard to do some detective work. I didn't find much, but I did find a mini stepping ladder planted right in front of the tree that I was so sure I saw someone sitting in last night. I grabbed the ladder and went to go put it back in the shed. However, I stopped when I saw someone looking out the small window of the shed. It was someone I didn't know. I dropped the ladder and ran to my house to call the cops. I stood by my kitchen window watching the shed the whole time I was on the phone with the police. And at one point the door to the shed opened, and some tall, creepish-looking dude with messy, medium-length black hair and a black t-shirt and cargo pants stepped out and walked to the gate. I gave the exact description on the phone, as well as to the cop who came to my door. I told the cop the whole story, but in the end, there wasn't much he could do other than write down the description of the guy. He suggested I install some security cameras and went on his way. And a week later, I'd already had a camera system installed.
With a splash of
One questionable activity my old friends and I would partake in when we were young was Ding Dong Ditch, where you run up to someone's door, knock or ring the bell, then run away or hide. We'd do it from time to time when we were feeling mischievous or bored. At the time, someone moved across the street from my friend Stefan, who lived a block down from me. He kept telling us how sketchy it seemed. No one would ever see them leave their house, the blinds were always closed at every window, and there were never any lights on. Yet there was always a red Toyota pickup truck in the driveway all hours of the day. No one really seemed to know who was living there or what they looked like. So one night we thought it would be a good idea to target it while we were out ding-dong ditching. My friend Jake and I hid behind a nearby car while Stefan ran up to the door. We could tell he rang the bell like 5 times, and we chuckled because of it. He finally ran for cover in a bush separating that property from the neighboring property. We waited for the door to open, but alas, it never did. So Stefan ran back to the door and rang it a bunch more times, probably closer to like 10 rings this time. As he ran for his same hiding spot, I noticed the curtains to one of the front windows move a little bit. I didn't see anyone's face, but that confirmed someone was inside the house. The door never opened, but Jake and I were afraid to yell over to him not to do it again. Stefan never looked over at us, so he never even gave us a chance to wave at him to stop there. He waited half a minute before going back to the door, but I swear before he could even ring the bell, the door pulled open, and all Jake and I saw was someone's arm reach out from the house to grab Stefan. He screamed a high-pitched scream like a girl. Jake and I looked at each other with horrified looks on our faces. Stefan managed to break free from the grip, and continued screaming as he ran past us across the street to his house. The front door to the house slammed shut. No one came out chasing after us. We followed Stefan to his house, and as soon as we got inside, I told him that was a horrible idea. Now that person would know they were neighbors. But he said he didn't care. He told his parents about it, who at first were mad at us, but sounded a bit concerned after some explaining about the aggressive way the man inside the house tried pulling him in. Still, neither of his parents wanted to go knock on the door, considering we were ding-dong ditching after all. Jake went home. I stayed over Stefan's house to sleep over. His parents always complained about us being too loud after they went to sleep, so we hung out in his backyard. We were playing Pokemon on our DSs for a while and talked more about what happened across the street. He said he didn't see much of the man's face and he was pretty well hidden behind the door, but he could tell it was a man by his veiny hands and strength. The man grabbed him by the collar of his shirt, so Stefan was able to free himself from the man's grip pretty easily. At some point while in the yard, I remember hearing a thump kind of noise. But I didn't even feel like it was worth bringing up to Stefan. I just made a mental note of it, and maybe he did too, who knows. Eventually it got too chilly to sit outside anymore, and we were getting a little tired, so we went back inside. We noticed it was a lot chillier on the first floor than it had been before we went outside.
I'll get off in 10 minutes.
Stefan realized why fairly quickly. The sliding dining room window was open all the way, and a breeze of cold air was pouring in. But his parents definitely didn't open that. Something wasn't right. There was the sound of a footstep or something falling on the carpeted floor above us, in Stefan's room. It set him off screaming for his parents. The house has a very open layout, so of course they heard him and came rushing out of their room, confused and worried as hell. We pointed at the open window, then said someone's in his room upstairs. His dad ran downstairs to grab the biggest kitchen knife they had and ran back upstairs as we all waited in fear for something to happen upstairs. His mom hugged us and tried to comfort us while she called the police. Stefan's dad started to scream. Not like a scared scream or a scream out of pain, but more so an angry scream. We waited downstairs until the cops showed up, and they went up to Stefan's room. What actually happened is so disturbing. As anyone could guess, the break-in point was the window. Stefan's dad checked his son's room and heard something in the closet. Upon opening it, someone tried to lunge at him, but he immediately got one good stab in the person. What we found out minutes later was that it was the neighbor from across the street. How we knew was because Stefan instantly recognized the white sleeves he was wearing and the scabs on his hand. The man was as scary looking as we imagined. Stefan's family got a restraining order against the man and refused to live across the street from him any longer. They moved within a few months to a house in the same town.
Herdes Chunky Salsa.
My friends and I really like to do some crazy things such as ding-dong ditching. which is what we were doing on Friday night. I'll refer to my friends as C, B, E, A, and Ben. There was this one corner house on an opening to a cul-de-sac. My friend E said I should ring the bell, so I did it because I was not the kind of person to not do something just because I might get in trouble for it. So I walked up to the stoop and knocked on the door and ran. We ran maybe 3 houses down behind a car so we could still get a good view of the house we just did. The guy came outside, walked around, and I think spotted either myself, E, or Ben. So he screamed "hey" at us, and we ran like normal if this happened. We all laughed it off like we usually would. Then we all agreed like a bunch of idiots that we would do the same house again. So we walked around the street to the house, and we all debated who should ring. I didn't because I just did like the last 3 houses. So we all agreed Ben should do it. So there went Ben up to the door, knocked, and ran. C, B, and A were on the corner of the street along with Ben after he rang, while me and E were behind a car right across the street from the house. It was like he was waiting right at the door, because only about 5 seconds after Ben rang the bell, he came sprinting outside. He got to the bottom of his driveway and screamed, "Hey, come here now." That was my cue to run, so I sprinted as fast as I could to the corner and around the block. I kept on sprinting until I caught up to Ben, C, A, and B. We had walked about the whole street gathering our thoughts when A pointed out that E was missing. We all looked at each other, obviously very worried for him. We called him and he picked up out of breath and was demanding us.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Ouch. Yeah. Whoops. Ouch. Yeah, ouch. Ah, sweet. See ya.
See ya. Nice to meet you.
Yep.
You make fun of the spot?
Ow.
Are you okay?
Yeah. I don't know how that happened. Ouch. Yeah. Oops. Yeah. Yeah, I'm good. Ouch. You guys just make sure to follow me on Twitter or something. Sorry. So, yeah, just. Sorry. What were you saying?
Nothing.
You guys are telling secrets? I thought.
Hey guys, thanks so much for one.
What for?
I don't know. I just thought I could use one, so.
You even have a mirror. You poor thing.
Is that a good haircut?
Yeah, I think it works.
Okay.
As long as it
No.
expresses how you feel. I can help you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, like that.
What's up?
What are you guys doing?
Organic chemistry.
Oh, cool.
What are you doing?
I'm just hanging out, you know.
Cool.
Yeah. So, huh? What? What the beep?
What just happened?
I don't know. I look hideous.
He looks good.
I'm sorry, dude. I didn't mean to.
You're so mean.
Just what are you gonna do?
You're just having a terrible hair day.
I can see that. Good thing you brought your hat.
Yeah, good thing. Just want to say, you want to see something epic?
Sure.
Okay, so.
Is there a purpose behind shaving your head?
Well, I thought it'd be epic, but it wasn't.
I mean, anytime you're willing to make a bold statement like that, it's epic. But...
Cool.
Oh, hi.
Hey.
Go to Hero's YouTube channel.
What?
Getting hair on a rug.
That's okay. We got plan for that, but.
What the What ain't wrong with you? What? You just giving your haircut in public? Yeah. Alright, bye people. I don't know what the hell wrong with when we got white people nowadays.
All right. See ya.